Hell yeah. Let's get to it. I'm tired, so it's... Hopefully I can do this entire court in 2 hours. I'm assuming it's only going to be 2 hours long. Whoa, he's in my face. What is he doing? What the heck is Dewey doing? What is he doing?
What's he doing?
Oh, I need to stream it to you. That's right. My bad. Whoops, I accidentally left the call. The time has finally come. Yes, today will be the day that we break this curse tormenting Sotseki. He will be free from both prison and spirits. As little as it may be, I'll do all I can do to help. Susato, oh, how vexing this is. Sorry, that hurt. Oh, good morning, Sotseki. The morning doesn't even cover it. Substitute the lost student Naruhodo. Completes snubbing the star of today, intimately chatting away without the care. What is this all about? Nothing. You just seem so, deep in contemplation. I didn't think it would be appropriate to disturb you. This is how it should have gone. Soseki, what's wrong? Your demeanor today. Oh, you know this. I finally realized something today. The path of literary scholars is essential to a road of death, or something along those lines. I shut my eyes in anticipation of such a lovely conversation. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't give a shit. Fucking Wordle. And besides, I believe that no matter the path you take, death should not be the goal. Oh, it's just a metaphor. Rather than being deep in contemplation, it seems he was lost in consternation. Wait, what? I never heard of that word. You didn't spend much time with me at the goal yesterday either. I began to worry that you abandoned the likes of me instead returning to the Empire of Japan. It hasn't even been a week since we first set foot in the British Empire, you know. At any rate, I plan to bring everything at an end. Today's trial. Oh, I come with my own resolution today as well. Oh? And what would that be? I shall inform you once the trial ends. Fair enough. I just realized Mr. Holmes isn't present today. I guess perhaps he's telling us that this battle we'll have to fight on our own. Fucking lazy ass bitch. Well, that name probably overslept, you know. Wow, I really do wonder which one it is. That blasted detective is my rival, in a way. Who cares if he isn't here? That's wonderful news. Oh boy, defense! The trial begins shortly. Make your way to the court post haste. Today I'll have to face the Grim Reaper once again. Wow, is anything new gonna happen? The legend says that the defendant who face him are doomed to fall victim to his curse. Oh wow. The filter too stonk, it actually didn't catch that. You know what? I'll just do this. Diggy, if you hear me do voices and it cuts out, can you tell me?
Yeah.
Did it cut off my Mickey Mouse voice?
Only like little bits of it, but I heard most of it.
Okay. Blah, 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 blah. I have to face the hidden truth head on until the very end. Believe in Sotseki and fight for him for all the way. That is my mission, Ryunosuke Naruhodo. You know how Japanese they say Naruto, but then in English they say Naruto? You think they would say Naruhodo? And then they'll say Ryusuke instead of Ryusuke? Or Ryusuke?
You mean if it was translated?
Naruhodo. Yeah, they'll say like Naruhodo. What do you think? What do you think his English name would be? Dragon Attorney. Wait, his name is Phoenix Wright, so it'd be like Dragon Wright.
Wait, his name is Phoenix Wright?
No, well, his name is Ryusuke Naruhodo. Naruhodo is.
Naruhodo. Yeah. Is that so?
Yeah, and that's Phoenix's name in the beginning. In the first one. What was his name though? I forgot his Japanese name. Anyways, in the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I declare this court now in session. I ask you, prosecutor and defense, have you fully prepared your case? The prosecution is ready. And the defense is ready. And are you all prepared to participate in this trial? 6 fine citizens of our capital city, the sounds, mind, and strong sense. I'll lead the jury to virtuous verdict and bring my honor to my family. The dang angels of my hat is perfect. I'll become even more cruel. Oh, well, how I love for you to choose the angels of my hat. Oh, the angle of my hat. It's only appropriate for a lowly gas thief to die. I don't blame someone for poisoning him. Damn, she's out for it. Oh, so that's the woman? Diggy is the CEO of the gas company that he was stealing gas from. The wife, his CEO's wife. That's why she wants him to die. I don't really have time to be here. Or... Oh, now, Ultron 6, are you ready to begin? Oh, the court would like to first request a report from the prosecution. Tell us about the possibilities regarding the victim's tea as presented yesterday. I bet there's actually poison in it. It's time. Oh, so he used the tea to make ice coins, and he used that to steal gas. Before I report about the crimson tea, please forgive my impudence in partaking of the crimson liquid that intends this holy grail. Regarding the tea, your tacos are here. Do you want me to get that real quick?
Yes, please.
Okay. Tacos.
Tell her thing.
Okay, thank you. Regarding the tea, I would like to ensure that the explanation of an inspector from the yard. Yes, sir. As you command. Oh wait, that was the wrong voice. As so, shit, I forgot to lock the door. Oh, whatever. As previously inspected, we discovered a hard block of soap outside the window of the scene. A red liquid was found in depression in the soap. That has to be the tea Saseki brought to the evening. Upon analyzing it, we did indeed confirm that it was tea, and we detected no traces of strychnine or any other poison. Nice! So we were right. None at all? In other words, we have come to the conclusion that the defendant's tea was harmless. Oh, really? Oh, finally, I thought it was gonna be not on my side. I can't say that I'm all surprised. This makes things perfectly clear. The defendant Soseki Natsume is completely You Japanese certainly have a taste of a terrible habit of jumping to conclusions. What? Indeed, there was no poison detected among the few drops that remained. However, that is merely the same as analyzing a drop of water from the river Thames and concluding that no salt is present in any Earth's ocean. Objection! Ocean water is extremely salty, like you. Precisely. That evening, the victim drank extremely salty tea. I propose that we request a testimony from the individual well aware of that fact. Wait, what? The prosecution calls the victim, William Pretensi, to the stand once more. So wait, you're telling me this man is... But we just established this man's a liar! There's no way we can trust his testimony. Court accepts the prosecution's request. William Pretensi. Looks like we're up against him again. Oh, nothing. Bring William Pretensi to the stand. I don't like this guy. I hate him. He's so annoying. You'll all know this man as William Pretensi, a victim of poisoning. Oh, heaven and earth, must I remember? Yes, that bittersweet tea's poisonous scent indeed fills the bosom of one's Pretensi. Oh yes, the trial. The other side of this man was brought to light. Yes, he is a thief. A man who used soap to steal gas from a local business. Ah, that one may smile and be a villain. Yes, that sweet gas sinful scent indeed. filled the room of one's pretensy.
Oh, that's right. This man is a dirty thief. Exactly. Next time, tell us about that ice coin trick sooner.
Arrest him at once, throw him in the room filled to the brim with gas. Indeed, I am an evil being who devised a dishonest trick for my own personal gain. That is not something to be taken lightly. I've come here with that full understanding.
Then, why'd you show your face here again?
Cowards die many times before their deaths. You could say that I have already died with my cowardly sins revealed for all to see. However, even so, it is impossible for me to overlook a greater evil. The one who poisoned me is that detestable mustachio man there.
Wrong. The tea found in your room had no traces of poison. This man's testimony will clear up that so-called contradiction. Isn't that right, witness?
Why, yes, Your Excellency, that is precisely the case.
Oh, very well. The court orders you to testify. Testify in, well, how you are poisoned by tea that contains no poison.
Alright, let's see what this fucking liar has to say. The trouble with the tea. That evening, the Asian poured his crimson tea into a pot and brought it into my room. After that, he poured the poison into my teacup while my back was turned. Feigning interest in our argument, he left his own tea untouched. After he departed, I used the tea from his cup to forge my coins. This clarifies the lack of poison found in the soapy tea. Wait, what? Oh, so he's saying his tea was poison, but then he used Sotseki's tea that wasn't poison. The poison was mixed into the victim's teacup after the tea has been poured. If we look through the eyes of the culprit, this method seemed to be the clear choice.
Indeed, if the poison was placed in the wrong cup, the results would be disastrous.
But there was nothing at the scene of the crime that contained poison.
Of course, the Japanese snake took the container with it when he slithered home.
Untouched tea? Oh, what's up, Mark?
The only reason we discussed the container was to determine whether or not this was suicide.
Oh, I hate to say it, but he's right.
I believe that the truth is now clear for all to see. Just like trying to wash yourself with a cheap soap. You cannot clean the black cloud of guilt surrounding the defendant.
God. I'm doing a recording, Mark, so sorry if I don't reach out as much. I am not but a filthy gas thief. But however I say, my fellow men, I've nothing left to lose. As such, wherefore would I whisper falsehoods? He's not wrong. Wait, why would you believe him?
Oh, the court hereby has ordered the defense to begin their cross-examination.
Yes, my lord. The trouble with tea. That evening, the Asian poured his crimson tea into a teapot and brought it to my room. After he poured the poison in my teacup while my back was turned, feigning interest in our argument, he left his own tea untouched. Alright, give me more. Alright, but when we investigated, Sotseki's teacup was empty, and he testified his philosophy is to drink tea while it's hot. That evening, I suffered profoundly under the effects of the poison. I must have knocked out over his teacup as I writhed, spilling the contents like a pool of blood. But of course, that was after I used the tea to make my coins.
Indeed, the teacup was found on its side on top of the table where the victim had collapsed. There was no contradiction here.
But
If it was, but there would have been stains. There's no way.
Neither of the teacups at the crime scene had any tea left in them. But I do believe that something seems off.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Drink the tea while it's still hot, right? Right? That's what Soseki's tea philosophy. Yeah, Susato, yeah.
I think we're on a very different wavelength.
Oh, okay. Well, first of all, witness, what did you do after the defendant returned to his room and before you drank the tea? Alright, he left his room, he left his tea untouched. This is what's throwing me off right here. Okay. There's no spill marks. If he supposedly drank the tea, but he spilled it, then where are the spill marks? Right? It's gotta be that one. I'm just gonna do a little... Oh, so it's not? Okay. I would feel like that makes sense. I guess I'll just have to... you know what? I'll just press this man a bit more. Weren't you and Soseki acquainted before all this happened?
I know thee not, old man. Fall to thy prayers.
I don't know what the fuck you just said.
I know thee, and yet I know thee not. It is by mere unfortunate fates that we have come to be joined with one another.
Sorry, but can you, like, speak English, please?
But I was speaking English, my dear boy. I think someone needs to go study more.
I thought I studied enough. Look at this man.
In any case, I must force myself to admit that that tea was delightful. But I was swindled, for it contained poison, a deadly thorn from the otherwise beautiful rose. And that thorn exists for naught but the purpose of erasing my existence. Mr. Pretense seems to be doing much better than yesterday.
Or maybe I'm not doing so great myself.
On that cursed night, I enjoyed a refreshing supper at the shabby shanty. After I returned to my home, not past my lips, but that crimson tea. However, there was no poison to be found in the tea at first.
Wait, what? Oh, okay. That's what you're talking about. Did you see the moment the tea was poisoned?
Had I seen it had happened, I would have surely not have imbibed it.
What? What has just got common sense?
However, I do thirst like any other men. Thought's the culprit wicked mercy to end my life with my thirst quenched.
I hate this man's smile so much. That reminds me, on the night of the crime, you said you were unable to access the water supply.
Indeed, if not for the crimson tea, I might have met my ends by freezing to death.
Without Sotseki's tea, we wouldn't have been able to make those coins for the gas meter in the first place. As we can see, the defendant had a host of options to end this man's life. Now, witness, please tell us whether or not the defendant himself drank the tea.
But of course, my dear distinguished prosecutor.
Alright, whatever. Blah, 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 blah. You did this to steal gas, right?
To die or to steal? Mankind is plagued by this question every day.
I think you're over-exaggerating.
To steal is so very wondrous, I must profess my fondness to it. To pilfer, snaffle, and snitch, there was no greater joy to me, Pretensy.
Excuse me if I may. The moment you walk out of this courtroom, you'll be drowning in letters from our lawyer.
I shall neither run nor hide. In fact, I have nowhere to run. Nowhere to conceal myself. And yet you would submit me, my pitiful self, to an illegitimate trial?
I'll suffocate you with gas, you cur. Wow, that man is gonna die. All the world's my stage. What the f? This man's kind of, I don't like this guy.
Life's tough, isn't it?
I believe we put an end to all of this talk of gas thievery yesterday. I'll take this opportunity to request that the defense stop bringing up unrelated matters. Oh, what's your self-defense?
Yes, my lord. He didn't do anything. But I'm not the one who started it.
After the defense returns to his room, the victim makes coins out of his leftover tea. That is correct.
Oh yeah, my Baja Blast. To die or to steal. Any man would choose the same as I. Oh, Baja Blast not so bad. It tastes like a melted slushy though.
Yeah.
This clarifies the lack of poison found in my tea. So you collapsed from the effect of the poison around, what, like 2 a.m., right? That should mean that you didn't drink the tea until around that time. I lost myself easily in discussions on literary theory. Wait, Romeo or Juliet, who is the stronger one, right? Who is the stronger? Good grammar. You mean that discussion, right? Twas was a fierce battle of words. I find myself locked in combat with no time to sip at my tea. I'm trying to do a Jack Sparrow accent, but I don't know if it's coming out right.
Yeah, the other day you mentioned that you wanted to do a Jack Sparrow with a British accent, and I yelled at my monitor as opposed to what?
I don't know. I don't know what else to give him.
He has a British accent.
I know, but like I don't know.
So
like...
why did you...
Wait, Jack Sparrow has a British accent?
Yes.
That's a British accent? Oh.
Yes.
Well, whatever.
It is. Well, what do you call it? Why don't you do like a Shakespearean? Because that's what he's trying to do.
Yeah, but I don't
like a thespian.
But what's a
Be
thespian?
Really dramatic. A thespian's an actor, like a performance actor, like a theater actor.
Okay. Well, I just do what I'm doing, but make it more dramatic then.
Yeah, yeah.
Does this mean nobody drank any hot tea that evening?
The dictionary of pretency contains only the following words: a cold hot towards tea and a women of path to perfection. That kinds of surprising how many different approaches to tea there are. Let's not focus on that part. So, it's true that there was no poison found in Sotseki's tea, but the atmosphere in this courtroom really is something else. I feel an intense anonymous me towards us, Naruhodo. Maybe this is the Grim Reaper's own personal poison, bringing death to us. In any case, if we fail to find any decisive contradictions in this tea ceremony, hey, I'm funny and cute, aren't I, Naruhodo? I don't think the jury will be willing to give us a second chance. The day has only just begun and it's already to die. Wait, you're telling me there's a... Wait, am I... Hold on. Wait, what? Okay, hold on. Hold on here. Sotseki's cup doesn't have a tea stain. Oh, there it is. Ah, there it is. It's the tea cups. You stupid bitch. Take a look at these fucking cups, homie. According to Soseki, according to you, you're telling me that Soseki didn't touch his tea that night. But I don't think that's possible, mate. Oh my. What is it? What is it, my fine Oriental Damon? These are the teacups from which the victim and you... Wait. Which you, the victim, and the defendant, Soseki, drank on that night. But what do I see here? Not a single tea stain. And that's the difference between those two!
Oh, sorry, sir.
A difference. Look at the inside of these teacups. You can clearly see that the fate rings on one of them.
It appears to be a tea stain. Holy shit. These tend to appear if you leave your tea in the cup for too long.
But if you look carefully, Soseki's cup has no such stain.
My word, it's immaculate.
What is the significance of this?
Just as Soseki so kindly mentioned yesterday, we have a certain saying in Japan. Drink your tea while it's hot. So in other words, impatient as he was, Soseki gulped down his tea in seconds. And if what you're saying is true, and Soseki didn't touch his tea, then there should be a tea stain on the teacup that proves he didn't drink his tea. But. So, Pretensi, what is the significance of this? You gonna tell me? That means you're telling me a big fat lie. Get died to a nunnery. Wait, what did he say? Oh, I gotta drink something. I make it a rule to never drink more than 7 grails worth of wine during a trial. You know what? He actually never drank more than 7 times in a trial, actually. I can actually testify for that. I can testify he does not drink more than 7 in a trial.
Okay. You might be an alcoholic.
That's a lot of wine. 7 cups of wine? Is that a lot? I mean, depending on the alcohol content,
That's a
right?
lot of wine.
I don't know. I can drink a
Back
bottle.
then, I don't think they really had like measurements.
I
for
can
that.
smash
So
a
if you
bottle of
drank-
Stella Rosa though. Like that shit weak. If you're talking about like hard wine,
Well, yeah,
then
that's
okay.
because that one's mass produced, but something tells me his is
Yeah.
really fancy and old.
You're right. Wine is pretty heavy in alcohol. I believe that. But Stella Rosa weak though. Anyways, but there are times where I lose sight of myself and empty my bottle. Okay, and my point is that human memory is far from trustworthy. Wait, so you're telling me that this guy's a liar too?
Alcoholic.
Yeah. William Pretensi. Yes, Your Excellency. You claim that you used the defendant's tea to make your ice coins. But are you sure that you did not simply misremembered? Oh. Take for example the small teapot that was left at the scene. You're really gonna tell me there was tea? Was there any tea left in it? Oh, truly excellent, Your Excellency. Your eyes with such clarity, I could be fooled into believing that you will present yourself. What? No, what? That's right. I've merely made a tiny mistake. When I moved to use the agent's leftover tea for my coins, I saw that his teacup was empty. As a result, I had no choice but to use the paltry amount of tea left in the pot. Good nap, Z? Good nap? Huh? Hey, you can't just suddenly take everything back and claim it was a mistake. Stupid. Don't you think that's a little too convenient? Human memory is imperfect. That is why we let evidence do the talking. Either way, this problem is minor at best. There are 2, not 1, but 2 important facts to be gleaned from the witness's testimony. First, the poison was only added to the victim's cup. Furthermore, the coins were made of tea that was not obtained from his own cup. That sounds all right to me. With his testimony as now stands, neither of these facts can be doubted. Therefore, taking it off. Oh, he's stripping. He's stripping. My man's stripping. The defense so-called contradiction does not exist. So what if this all means? Does it mean that the gas thief testimony is airtight? Well, the fact that he's a gas thief is still a problem. Ladies and gentlemen, I, the pitiful Pretensi, hereby gives my word. That evening, after my 5 o'clock supper at the shabby shanty, not passed through my lips, bearing 1 crimson drink, the tea brought by that Asian. Oh ho! Man, Larry, you could not hit that high note. No, it's the mic also. It's like if I don't have the RTX, you can hear like the fan and shit, and it sucks. Oh, by the way, what did you have for supper?
Could we scare him? Hey Ace, hello. It was my favorite meal. Something vaguely soupy, together with something vaguely salady. This man sucked on river water and tree bark.
Quite an intriguing meal.
Gods will give us some faults to make us men. I will accept whatever punishment is afforded to me for my filthy sins of thievery. However, if you fine ladies and gentlemen would kindly lend me your ears. That was that, and this is this. Play a little Genshin today. Okay. I feel it, Ace, I feel it. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I do declare that that Asian must receive his due verdict.
My lord.
Wait, who's this?
Oh, my lord, if I may, my lord. What would you like to say, Foreman?
That attorney may have pulled the wool over our eyes. Wait, what? Wait, you're gonna believe this man? After we just found out he's a thief? I wouldn't trust him. Well, we know that the Infinite Man has been using coins to steal ice to steal gas.
Ain't it natural for someone who tried to poison a gas thief eventually?
Wait, why would he poison a gas thief?
At least, that's what that stupid attorney almost fooled me into thinking.
I've never said anything like that.
But the victim's word has opened our eyes to the truth. We have, at last, arrived at an unshakable verdict.
I'm gonna shake that ass if you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, the foreman of the jury has called for a verdict. Thus, the court must allow them to speak.
No, wait, no, this isn't right. This is mutiny. This is kangaroo court. This is bullshit. No, this is alright. This is stupid. This is bullshit. You're rank 33, Mark? Holy shit, I'm rank 30 right now. That's crazy, dude. I'm playing all night too. You must have been grinding the hell out of that game.
Oh, the jury has seemed to reach an unanimous verdict.
I am so grateful to you all. This isn't good. Look, my lord, the defense asserts its right to a closing argument.
Very well. The court acknowledges your right. How very foolish. It is futile to continue this vain struggle when judgment has already been cast.
Same here, Mark.
Now, let us begin our second closing argument. 6 jurors, the court orders you to explain the reasoning and basis behind your guilty verdicts.
I feel it. The jury's assertion. Why is the person who's claiming to be a thief like, I'm an exceedingly rational man. Keeping in mind the evidence, I do believe he is guilty. That's kind of true. Let's be honest here. Gas is too expensive. We didn't steal it. What? It explodes and poisons people. Gas is dangerous stuff. Wait, what's your reasoning? Gas costs money, you know. We can't just give it away for free. But why are you saying guilty too? That settles it. I'm not trusting anyone any more tea of this Mrs. you tries to serve me.
The victim did not bring anything else to his lips that night, and it's obvious. Oh, I feel as though the jury is a little too focused on gas.
I can't do gas noise. There you go.
Someone passed gas in the courtroom, but it's really not the issue.
Are you sure about that? To be fair, our case isn't airtight yet, if you know what I'm saying. And it's also true that Pretensy nearly died from poisoning. Then how are we supposed to overturn their verdicts? I think there's only one way. We have to consider that Mr. Pretensy was poisoned through some other means. Once we can find those means, we then have to prove the possibility to the jury. But how am I supposed to do that? I don't know. But if you can't, Soseki is done for. I know how he got poisoned then.
Oh, forget your closing argument. Yeah, this is the last episode of the translated version. After this one, we're going back to the original Ace Attorney, and Diggy knows the entire first one, but she doesn't know the final case and everything after that. So I'm excited for her to see like all the other stories. Super excited, and I'm excited for everyone else who's sticking with us. Anyways, I think this man was poisoned by gas. You know why, Diggy? This is what you missed out. Okay. So in the past, you know, in Soseki's flat, there's someone else that used to live there, right? And he died. He died in Soseki's room. You know how he died?
How did he die?
He died from gas poisoning.
Okay.
And guess who it was?
Explains everyone talking about gas.
Huh?
This guy, the guy who lived below him, right?
Yeah, this guy right here. And guess who he is? Viridian
neighbor.
Green's husband. Remember the painter? The one who got stabbed in the back of a knife because the knife fell out the window?
Oh.
That's her husband. He was looking for a new flat and he found that one. But what happened is he died from gas poisoning because Mr. Grebadab didn't check the gas.
Okay.
Or the pipes were bad, so he would turn the stove on at night. The fire would go off, and then the gas would just leak in the room, and he died from gas poisoning.
Oh.
Yeah, so Grebadab got yelled at because he's a bad landowner, and I think that's why he constantly checked the gas lamps, because something like that happened before. That's why he constantly knows who uses the gas, because he's scared of the fucking someone dying in his house, in his land again.
Yeah. That would explain the ghost.
Yeah, and look, a small dose of this poison. I don't know what this poison is, but it's talking about ingestion. So somehow, this poison got into something. But the thing is, they don't know where it came from. We're all assuming it's the tea, but now we have to prove that it came from somewhere else. So, but here's the weird part. This letter right here was in his room, right?
Okay.
And Viridian had a letter with the exact same rip pattern. I don't know why she had the letter though. And we also don't know about Selden. Selden is a thief who stole something, right? And underneath this man's room, he had a hidden photo, this article, and an empty box. We also use handprint detection, and there's a bunch of handprints on this wall. 2 hands on the wall. Handprint, you see a left and a right next to this, but there's nothing behind the painting. So I assume that this man was twerking on the wall. I'm just kidding.
Oh.
But no, hands on the wall, ass up. But
That's
yeah,
very-
so
yeah.
yeah. So yeah. But anyways,
Yeah.
that's like the gist of what's going on. So see what happened. So all the evidence, are you sure? Yes. There's no doubt in my mind that one mustachio Asian man, says the mustachio Brit. Oh, shots fired. Maybe if we point out the evidence, we can change his verdict. Maybe, but I just don't think we could do it yet. The closing argument has only just begun after all. If the circumstances change, it may change how we view our evidence. You're right. First, I have to navigate away from this dead end. Let's be honest here, gas to accept. What are we talking about gas for? Can we just forget about the gas? No, we can't. Every other gas is free, so why not this gas? When I think about this injustice, I can't help but be unjust myself. Don't take your anger out on the defendant. May I interject? Juror 4? I heard some people have complaints about gas prices. Care to know why it's so expensive? It's all thanks to that dirty thief like him. Grr, he disgusts me. Yeah, you better. Mustache, terrible posture, poisonous tea, and now he's a gas thief. Somebody sent him to prison. Whoa, I think you're messing it up, dude. Or woman. Try not to get that mixed up, please. Soseki didn't poison any tea either. The case. I'm getting lightheaded from all this gas. Oh, fart.
Shut up.
It explodes. And it poisons people. Gas is dangerous stuff. Oh, wait. Hold the phone. Can we please talk about the poison instead of the gas for a second? He got poisoned by gas. There's no way around it. Maybe poison would have been better. Better? How? Well, poison's only poison.
It doesn't explode. What are you spewing, Mr. Burster? You better object to that. Well, I suppose poison doesn't explode, yes, but if you play Divinity, poison and fire makes explosion, so... Proof. You know, if it's in a video game, it has to be fact, right? But, like when Hitler got shot in the balls in that one game, I'm sure he was executed that way. There's no other way. But,
Fact.
it doesn't give us light or warmth in the cold, dark winter either. Not Divinity, but fair point. Yes, Divinity, Mark. Yeah, Divinity. When you do fire and poison, it makes an explosion.
It blows up. It blows up for sure.
Not
Absolutely
Divinity. But Baldur's Gate comes up 3 days.
I know this
true.
because I was a tank holding all the poison and oil
Yeah,
barrels
dude. And
with
I
my
have-
own fire.
How
With my
dare you
own
tell me I don't know
firepower.
my Divinity combinations, Mark, when I played that game 4 times. Oh,
Divinity 1 and 2 and the
And
DLC.
how dare
A
you?
lot.
I'm offended, man. I know you play games, but I'm offended. You're right. I completely forgot about that. Yeah, you fucking idiots. Excuse me, Mr. Barrister. Yes, ma'am. What is it? You're surprisingly good at this. I'll see about bringing you into our legal department. I didn't expect to find a new job during a trial. Well, that's pretty good of me. Anyways, I don't have the best history with gas companies. Why did you have the best history with gas companies? But Baldur's Gate is coming out. Do you know if it's the full game yet or no? Or is it just...
No, it's early access.
Well, I might as well just get it. Yeah, well, fuck it, whatever. Well, it's not like
Yeah,
D&D.
I will pay full
D&D
price.
too, but I was thinking. Oh, you're referring to this ain't Divinity. You right. But I assume like certain poison could potentially blow up, right?
Maybe.
Unsure, but just comes down to that's true. I'm so excited. Anyways, seriously. Now, can we just like leave the gas aside for a moment? Our gas is in the middle of an all-out war. They're like everyone's like farting in court, and it's like, and I think you think I can just keep quiet and watch? I think not. I guess I can't blame her. You're all whining about the price, and that explosion's hazard. And the explosion hazard, and the poison hazard. But what about electricity? One zap, and you're as good as dead. Who cares about a little boom boom once in a while? You know what I'm saying? Well, we just can't excuse explosions, but I do understand your disdain for thieves. Just so you know, gas thieves aren't our only enemy. We fight tirelessly against something much more sinister. Wait, what? Sinister? What do you mean by that? Why, other gas companies, of course. Oh, other gas companies? I didn't think about that. Yeah, we haven't talked about other gas companies existing yet. We manufacture gas and supply it to all of our customers. Straight out of our asses. That would make sense. You are a gas company. However, there are some legal businesses that don't manufacture their own gas. What? But if they don't manufacture any gas, then how do they sell it? Believe it or not, they steal our gas and sell it. Oh, how in places do they do that? As you know, gas companies use pipes to distribute their products. These dishonest parasites secretly attach another pipe to the main pipe. And then these pipes are connected to other houses that are contracted with them. Our precious gas is stolen from right under our noses. Oh shit. Are you telling me that house is one of those houses that has 2 pipes running through? They so flagrantly reroute the gas flow? What an audacious method of theft. Oh wait, I think I messed up her voice. When we go collect our fees from our customers, we also have to investigate whether or not the illegal company is at work. Oh shit, boy. Oh, why you so high? He's like, look at this man. Looks like an idiot. Oh, I don't know anything about legal work. Oh. Hey, yo, what the fuck poppin', bro? You got, excuse me, Drawer 3, you got something to say, punk? Oh, me? Oh, I'm sorry. I just got a little lost in thought. You know, lost in the sauce. Catching people off guard really is an effective tactic. Wow. Did something came to mind when you were listening to Juror 4? Oh, I just found myself getting a little angry. Angry? Why? Well, last night, an inspector from Altamont Gas came to my house. We would appreciate your cooperation in a secret investigation into illegal gas thief. So I let him in, and guess what he did? I have no idea. Tell me. First, he took my gas lamps off the wall. Then, he just put his mouth right on my Then he put his mouth right on my gas pipe, and he blew straight into it, if you know what I mean. You shut your mouth right now. You can't expose company secrets to the world like that. Everyone already knows about it. Your inspector just about ruined my day. Wait, what? Why was he such a bother? Allow me to explain. I said this once before, but some dishonest business have illegally attached pipes to our company's infrastructure. So, what do I have to do about blowing this dude? I mean, the pipe. Gas flows through the pipes, and of course, but it doesn't flow with much pressure. So, if you blow into the pipes, the pressure drops for a moment. When it does, the fire of all lamps connected to the gas pipes will flicker.
Oh, I get it. So basically, if you blow into it, and the lights of an uncontracted neighbor home's flicker, you would be able to tell at a glance that they're using illegally obtained gas, right?
Huh, interesting. Quite a smart man you are, my lord. That's why we send inspectors to watch for flames flickering. By the way, your inspector obviously doesn't know how to hold back. He should have seen how hard he blew into that pipe. I mean, you know, you want to know what happened next? I came. He just straight up says it.
I blew my load. I mean,
He blew my load. I mean, he came. I mean, he blew into the pipe. Wait, what'd you say? Oh, yeah, I mean, all the appliances in my home went out. And it caused a gas leak. And I came. He just like doesn't stop. He just wants to know, I've been blown. Because he, blew too hard? The flow of gas was temporarily disrupted. I shouted at him straight away, are you trying to blow me? I mean, kill us all? I was livid, if you know what I'm saying. Livid. So, wait, if you take the lamp off the wall and blow hard into the pipe, all of your fire goes out? And the gas starts flowing again, silently filling the room. Narada, are you thinking what I'm thinking? Yeah, I think this guy really did came. I mean, wait, this could be the clue we're searching for. Juror 3, could you please add that what you said to your official statement, please? Sure, I don't mind. It's like the official statement. I came. It's just straight up, I came when the man blew my pipes. It's like, Lord have mercy. Like I said, everyone already knows. Very mature, very mature. Okay. Okay. Yes, my lord. Though I don't quite understand how it would help. Okay, when you blow into the gas pipe, every fire in the house goes out.
Let me for you. He sucked my dick, and he almost blew us on fire.
Okay, so you press it one more time for it. Okay, so just to get this straight, every fire in the house goes out. Does that include fires on other floors? Oh, well, of course. The whole place is connected by one gas pipe. Business contractors contracts one per building. Of course, that's how it is. But I never know that you could stop the flow of gas just by blowing into a pipe. As a gas company, it's not exactly something that we want to become common knowledge, but we have to carry out our investigations. So, there's no other way, I suppose.
I do remember seeing an article about that trick in the newspaper.
I see. I've only heard of it recently myself. Someone almost died because of the fire still went out in the middle of the night. Narada, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
I think we're starting to see the hidden connection behind all this, Susato. She's calling you a pipe blower, fam. You gonna take that? Fuck yeah, dude. Is it? I don't know if it's contradicting these two people though. Why would it contradict? If you blow into the gas pipe every oh wait, I didn't press everyone yet. Wait, I pressed her, didn't I? Oh yeah, I pressed her and then I got the conversation. Okay. There you go. We have to investigate whenever or not illegal companies at work. Okay. Really? That's quite the bizarre problem. It is mostly a should. Happening in our great city of London even as we speak. Selling an invisible product like gas is especially difficult. Cease! Oh, this is an interesting issue. We seem to have derailed from the trial at hand. Indeed. Do you all remember why we gathered here today? Do you take Naruhodo as your husband to love do you apart? I do. She's like, I do. Susato, do you take... It's like a wedding ceremony. Do you take Naruhodo to be your lawfully loved husband? To that do you report? Because we're certainly not here for a lecture on gas, nor a wedding. I apologize. Now, continue to state your findings, jury. Alright. I hate this guy. This guy never... Doesn't make sense. Because she might poison it. Yeah, she already slipped something in there once. Oh, it's his wife, because his wife beats his ass. Oh, really? It was a day just like today. I went home for tea time, penniless. And then I saw her, the missus. She had this demonic grin on her face, and she was sprinkling some white powder in my tea. Bitch, did you drink it? It's probably Gatorade. Yeah, of course I drank it. I was brought up right, so I drank everything that I'm given, even piss. But how was the piss? It was horrible. It tasted so salty I thought I dried up and died like a slug. He did it like a... I think he's supposed to be like Guile. Not Guile, like Zangief. He's like... Oh.
Yeah.
I may be wrong, but I think she was putting salt in your tea.
What? I gotta tell you, I'm feeling real salty right now. Shut up, dude. Oh, the next juror, please. No one gives a shit about you. This man has literally said nothing useful in every single time he's a juror, and they keep putting this man when he just wants to make money. Oh, the victim didn't bring anything else to his lips that night. That's obvious. So, if the victim did bring something else to his lips, you would change your verdict? Huh. Sorry. What was that? When he burned his lips. Wait. I was just saying if the victim put how clueless are you? What? Hey, you and I both know there's nothing else the victim could have put in his mouth on. That's what I'm getting at. When was the last time you cleaned your ears? I can ask you the same, fucker. He's not even old man. Just getting tired of everyone's shit. Ugh.
Honestly, I must say he's doing better than the other jurors. This elderly man is the only one paying attention to the trial at large.
Yeah, definitely, but there's still a problem.
That's right. He's not willing to pay attention to us.
But Juror 6 might have a good starting point for a big counterattack. Oh, am I really gonna use Juror 6 for this?
I can't do it. I don't know what to do to persuade him. In order to overcome this hurdle, I believe we must ask ourselves how the criminal poisoned Mr. Pretency. We have to show them that Saseki's tea wasn't the only possible method.
I know that much, Susato. Shut up, God. But I just don't know what her method is, even though it's sitting right in front of me, even though the person who's playing me actually knows.
No. I do believe you may be forgetting something.
Huh? What is it?
While the juror speaks, you can change your focus and question the others. Even if you forgot.
Oh, no. Okay, I get Susato. I get it. Okay, I get it. Get it. Do I need instructions? No thanks, Susato. Alright. Are you okay? I get it. Now you're gonna tell me that man put his lips on the pipe. Those two statements are clearly contradictory. Well, that's not really contradictory, but it's just a statement that they kind of match up.
Oh, contradictory? What statement?
Juror 6. Did you hear Juror 3's statement?
Oh, yes. It was definitely mumbling. Definitely mumbling about something over there.
Well, I found something that may be a new possibility. Fun fact. Something else that the victim could have brought his lips to other than that tea.
Oh, you sure, City?
Did the police happen to examine the gas pipes at the crime scene? They could have found poison in them. I was wondering what kind of rubbish you would spout next. But this is the best you got? The yard would not waste valuable time testing such insignificant things. Now, hold on. Oh, what the fuck? What's a piece of work, this man? Is there something you'd like to say, Pretency? Oh, what strange dribbles from your tongue. I must ask thee for thy point. I thought I said it rather plainly, but I'm ready to say it again. The Strytro 9 was actually on the gas pipe behind the lamp in your room. There is a distinct possibility that this is how the poison entered your body. What? That's right, this man was sucking on a gas pipe. He has weird fetishes. Huh?
Oh, I was wondering if gas pipes taste good.
Maybe he was so hungry that he tried to fill his belly with gas. Or maybe he was looking for a partner to practice a kissing scene with. Oh, nay, I would never do such a Harlan Quinn thing that I would exchange kisses with a gas pipe. Hold the phone. Japanese boy, this has become a disgrace of the closing argument. No man should be allowed to to expose the crown court to such a bizarre fantasies. But man, don't kink shame him. If you take a careful look, you notice the lamp is positioned high on the wall. It would be difficult to reach the pipe and suck on it with one's succulent lips. And you expect to prove that this was washed up actor did so? Fuck that shit. It's pure futility. You're kind of right about that. I mean, we do have no proof that he made out with the gas pipe. But there's one thing you cannot deny. And that is Pretency. He stood in front of that wall countless times in order to do something. And I think he was slurping a pipe down. And I have the evidence to prove that. That's right, Pretency. You were sucking on a pipe. Interesting. Well, that makes you so confident. How much pipe did he suck for that? I don't know, dude. You're right. You're gonna have to show us this evidence of yours. Great. Good. Now, yes, I got all their ears. It's like, yeah, I got all their ears. I like look in my pocket. I literally have like ears, and their ears are like, let's go. I cut off my samurai sword. And the evidence proves right here. Is the cum stain wall stain photo. Take this cum stain wall photo. What is this? There's so much cum. What did he call them again? Oh, yeah. They're called finger marks. They were left at the crime scene.
Oh, finger marks. I've never heard anything like that. No, British courts do accept fingerprints as evidence, but...
This is the latest and greatest scientific investigation tool by the Sherlock Holmes. Anything Mr. Pretency has shows up like this.
Oh, that's insane. Sounds like witchcraft to me. But if anyone could do that, it's the great detective.
Right, this month's issue of the Engineer's Thumb was a fascinating read. Things he touched in his everyday life, like his table, his costume, his own wiener, the pipe he's sicking on. Everything. Now, if you take a look, Pretency left finger marks left in some really odd locations. He's either doing something on his wall or he twerking, alright? Look, and if you take a look, surrounding the picture, it doesn't seem like though he touched it a number of times, you know what I'm saying? This man was licking oil off oil paintings. Maybe he just wanted to enjoy the art. Well, you know, we thought about the same at first, but if you stood there and placed both hands on the wall, what would be before your eyes? Before your eyes? Oh! There it is! He's sucking on the lamp! It's the gas lamp!
We don't know why yet, but Mr. Prince placed both his hands on the wall below that gas lamp countless times.
We know why.
Hey, you! What with this? You with the stupid clothes? What were you doing? I'm not been talking about my fetish. He's like, oh, nothing. Oh god, they're gonna find out I like sucking on lamps. I would like you all to remember about Juror 4's claims. What claims? If you blow into the gas pipe, the fire of all lamps.
Blow you so.
If you blow, you so.
Yeah, what's the deal with this?
Okay. All the gas will flicker. Juror 3 offers some interesting insight as well. Okay. Me? Yeah, you did. Your inspector obviously doesn't know how to hold back. All the appliances in my home went out and caused a gas leak. That was an accident, to be sure. But I can say one thing for certain. If you blew at the gas pipe as hard as you could freely stop all the gas in the building. Oh! Wait, you're saying that he deliberately stopped the gas and sucked on it? Hold the fuck up. Are we done talking about the gas? I am all too aware that the prosecution is barred from speaking during a closing argument. But I cannot stand in silently while the defense insists on trampling all over the law. Explain yourself, Lord Van Zieks. This concerns the horrendously suspicious finger marks submitted earlier. That should be obvious, but that evidence is inadmissible in more than one manner. The great detective himself told me for these new innovations and scientific investigation. Wrong. This is nothing more than a toy made by an amateur claiming to be a great detective. Who is tagging me on Discord? Hey, sorry. Even though I do admire Mr. Holmes and Tress's research, I must admit that it is indeed inadmissible as evidence. Of course it wasn't going to be used as evidence. Of course. Now hold the fuck up, okay? Excuse me, my lord. Excuse me? Sasato? The defense have yet to submit this to the court as evidence. The photo serves as nothing more than an extra clue for the jury to consider. That's the only reason we decided to share the great detective's own findings. Oh shit, she just fucking, you hear that?
Damn.
This bitch slipped up, dude. She was like, yo, not slipped up. She slid it under the radar. She was like, bitch, this ain't evidence. This is just a, like some wiggle. If you choose to end this trial now, the truth behind these mysterious handprints will be lost for all eternity. Is it your wise decision, ladies and gentlemen of the jury? Wow, she's got him, dude. She fucking got him. Yeah. Yeah, she's right. Yeah, what's the question, Samu? We're the ones who decide where evidence is worth considering. 3, thank you. I'm interested in the great detective's findings too. Why did she shake like that? I'm sure it'd be weird that a clown interested that weird clown has an interesting story about these weird handprints, and I want to know about his sucking skills. That's 2 so far. Yes. Have you all even stopped thinking about what you're doing?
Why would that interest you? I write fan fiction.
I write fan fiction. I have tools, utilities, such and such. Well, a promise is a promise. I cut it out. This ain't not even real evidence. This old man's like, fuck you. He slams the table. Have you seen any gear with reduced cooldown skill? Yes, I have one. There's a weapon that has it, yes. We did it, Naruto. I haven't seen any artifacts yet though, Samu. Might be high tier. If we just could persuade one more juror, we can continue on Soseki's trial. Thanks. God, Sasato, you really saved me there. Yeah, it's a weapon. I forgot what the theme of the weapon's called. Not at all. You're the one who found the clue. You sweating? You sweat? He's like, I haven't had my fix of pipes yet. Mr. Pretensy isn't looking so confident right now. Just one more juror. Just one more. Let's do this, Naruto.
Oh, continue your closing argument.
I'm pretty sure it does. You can just check it out. Clock watches, timekeepers. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Mark knows.
I just realized she's supposed to be like a queen bee, huh?
Yeah.
So this man wants evidence. He wants evidence. He wants to use evidence, but do I have to press him again then? So this man just talks about how his wife put salt in his tea instead of sugar.
Yeah.
So I've already convinced 3 people, so they don't matter. Okay, so what does this have to do with any of them? And these are all fast forward as well. Other gas companies. I'm an exceedingly rational man. Are you now? So all the evidence are, oh look, it looks different. I can't fast forward it. Yes, there's no doubt in my mind that it was one of that mustachio Asian man. I actually read this. I guess something else different is gonna come up. But the defense has presented a new possibility. What do you think about that? Oh, you mean those silly finger marks? The great detective himself created this masterpiece with his incredible skill. We found a suspicious amount of handprints on the wall around that gas lamp. This man was twerking. If Mr. Pretensy did put his mouth on the gas pipe that night, then it's possibility he may have been poison smeared on it. But why would poison be smeared on the gas lamp? Well, it's not as if it's not. I'm curious about a wild possibility like that. But I must agree with the prosecution. We should disregard all inadmissible evidence. Awesome. Also, hypothetically, even if this man had stood in front of that gas pipe so many times, sucking it down like a lollipop, we have no way of knowing he did so on the night of the crime. Huh? But look at this man, he's guilty. Look at his lips. Crusty ass, old man looking ass. Until you can prove that he did, it's only natural for us to disregard that theory. That way, I do agree. Well, you're right. Maybe I was a little too easily swayed. Wait, hold on. You can't just change your mind. Since we're on the subject, I like to be absolutely clear. You or Japanese need to prove your theories. Wait, so now it comes down to my race now, huh? But if we can't prove it here, the jurors will persuaded might rethink their not guilty verdict. Can I really prove it? I have no choice but to try. Am I ready to prove that Mr. Pretensy put his mouth on that gas pipe that night? Present a person.
Anyone
A
with
person?
blue
Oh! I may have no evidence to back up my theory, but there is someone who testified about this. What? Who was it? Who was it? Who's this mysterious man? It really is all connected to the end. The person who testified concerning the gas and me testified is this man, Jericho Meterman. So he's the meterman who works for the company. What do you think about this, Foreman? Wait, was that wrong? Oh, thank God he didn't hear me. Oh God, defense! I heard that defense. You best not picking up names at random. Wait. I can only think of one person who spoke about the gas in Mr. Pretensy's flat. That's who I meant to finger, but of course, let's just one more time. Wait, who the fuck is it? Oh! Wrong person. I know who it is. This man. Wait, how's that wrong? What do you mean? Is it
Miss Solomons? What the heck? Is it her? But I don't think they're gonna listen to Soseki. I think it's her then, right? Oh, what the fuck, dude? Oops, wrong load. Whoa, what's going on with my game? Whoa!
Whoa, it's insane, dude.
Whoa, yo, I took like the red pill, bro. Virtual world.
Oh, so it's Soseki. Of course, that is Soseki, not Sumin. The defendant. As yesterday's trial, this was one of the first things that Soseki said. Alright, listen.
Countless strange events been occurring one after another in my flight. That tonight was the exact same. As they're returning to Mr. Pretence's room, I lit the gas stove with a blazing fire and snuggled into my bed. Oh, I love my little beddy bed. But then it happened. The gas stove went out, and death tried to force upon me with an airing of a soul knowing.
That night, the appliances in the defendant's room suddenly stopped working. Now, you can't possibly think that this is just a coincidence.
No,
That rascal Pretense, he deliberately blew into the pipe in order to stop the gas. But
I'll hold it. Why would he do that?
oh, I'm sweating bullets. Foreman,
What do you want?
as long as this remains unclear, I don't think it's right for you to pass a verdict. I may not have a conclusive evidence yet, but there's still a greater mystery lurking behind this case. Also, Noel scales with defense Samu, so you want to do that. Alright, you win. I said it once, and I'll say it again. I am exceedingly a rational man. Pow! Woo! We got him! We got him! Now, we have 4 non-guilty verdicts, and the verdict has been outturned. The defense demands the opportunity to continue this trial.
The defense is correct. The vote of the jurors have now changed as a result of the closing argument. 2 vote guilty, and 4 not guilty. Excuse me. Thus, the court acknowledges the jury's vote is split and orders the continuation of the trial.
Whew. I'm gonna be real, I hate doing the jury stuff. It's kind of stressful talking to 6 people.
Witness, William Pretense.
Your pretty Pretense is here at your service, your excellency.
The court would like to hear your thoughts concerning the closing argument just now.
Oh, heavens, I, Pretense, swear. And so, too, on earth do I swear. I have memory of neither lamp nor gas, but yet the succulent taste of metal retains in my lips and tongue, as my jism hand stains remain on the walls.
But no, put your handprints all over the.
Citizens of London, I advise you to duck while I throw this bottle. Oh, too late. But you are defiling this grand court, and I advise you to refrain any further. Oops, wrong button. Oh god, what I do? What? I believe I stated this earlier. This purported detective and his toys do not make for admissible evidence. Whether or not this man was standing in front of the lamp has yet to be proven at this time. It would behove you to remain of that aware. You are aware of that. Now, hold the phone. But it is exceedingly simple to confirm that. All we have to do is test the mouth of the gas pipe in Mr. Pretense's room. If there's traces of poison left there, then... Oh, ay, Japanese. It seems your exceedingly simple brain has forgotten something. In order to test for poison in the defendant's tea, we need some of the liquid from the scene. Oh. Say we went along with your little fantasy, and there was poison applied to the pipe. It would still be impossible for us to test it, as it would have been completely dried up. I completely forgot. Fuck shit. Fuck. Oh, that isn't all though. We have no idea what the reason would be. Why would this man suck on a gas pipe in the first place?
There's only one possibility I can think of.
This man's a freak.
He wanted to use the gas to kill someone! But why would he want to kill Sotseki?
Order! Defense! Why are you claiming this man's attempted to murder?
I don't even need to think about my answer. It's so obvious at this point. And it's too simple. The person that pretends he attempted to murder was Sotseki, but anyone noticed if their gas lamp went out right in front of them. Maybe he just wanted that helium voice. Bro, this is like toxic gas though. It's not them helium shit. In other words, whoever planned this was aiming specifically for the gas stove.
I live around that area, so I know how it is. Go to sleep without your heat on, and it's so cold you might wake up dead the next day.
The landlord, Mr. Grabadab, has a large fireplace in his room. This means that the person being targeted must have been a tenant.
A tenant?
And of course, that tenant is none other than the defendant, Sotseki Natsume. Why would he want to murder him though? Sotseki was never the assailant in this crime. He was the one being targeted, the victim. Huh. Wow, this is quite the turn.
The defendant is actually the victim. What an interesting little tale. However, it does not change the absolute truth, namely, that the defendant is most definitely still the assailant.
What? But how could? Why would you think that? Why would you think that?
Let's say that as you claim, there was poison applied to the gas pipe. Tell me, who is the one who applied the poison?
Who applied the poison? This man was sucking, blowing on a gas pipe, of course.
Of course, that the person must have known of the plan.
I think that's the one I have, Samu.
They must have known that he would use the gas pipe to carry out his murderous plot. Would be the case, but as it's for that reason, that they have no choice but to apply poison to the gas pipes. Now, the question remains, why did this person know of his intent to kill?
Oh, you mean...
There is only one possible answer, and that a rather simple one at that. Because it was his own life that was in danger. So let me say it more directly. The one who could have learned of this murderous plan and applied the poison was the defendant, Sotseki Natsume.
So he's on the... He's trying to say he killed him first. That's an interesting way to go about this, court.
No matter what William pretends he was planning, the truth remains unchanged. This man was poisoned by someone who nearly lost his life as a result.
Is my voice changing for him? I feel like I'm doing it wrong.
It's a little bit more stern. It was kind of more lively before.
The only one who could have carried out this is Soseki Natsume. The suspicions surrounding the defendant was never clear. In fact, now that we have found a motive for him, for him to poison William Pretensi, our suspicion has only deepened. That is the prosecution's current stance.
Holy shit, dude. So we're gonna blame him for doing an attempted murder because he was defending himself.
What about you, Japanese boy?
Stop! Why are you getting table slammed? Oh fuck! Oh shit! Fuck! Shit! Fuck! Shit! Fuck! I didn't expect it to turn out like this. Naruhodo, chin up, please. Come on. If we just stand here and let him do this, the jury is sure to declare another guilty verdict. This is our last chance. last chance? Who really applied the poison to Mr. Pretensy's gas pipe? Reveal their name to the court and drag them to the stand. Drag them. So, you mean I have to find out who the true culprit is? I understand what I'm asking for you is no small task, but if we can't manage that, then Sotseki's verdict really will be set in stone. In all honesty, there's only one name that really comes to mind. Poison, evidence, all this pointing to one person. Wait, she don't know. Now then, Judas, grace us with your verdict one last time. Is he guilty or not, Foreman? Sir, of course, I believe that. Hold the phone. Hold the telegram. Actually, I have one more person in mind. One more who might just bring the truth to the culprit. The truth? What a cheap words. Did you steal that from one of your detective cheap novels, Japanese boy? Very well. We've come this far. It would be a waste to not watch this little farce to the end. Thank you. Oh my god, no!
What? What?
It's Mr. Grabadab.
You
Because
think-
he knows about the poison. He knows about the gas leaks.
You think he did it?
I think so. Hold on. Let's hear it, Japanese boy. We want to know your theory. Reveal to us the name of the true culprit. The culprit had to know about the poisonous gas and had to know about the gas in general. He's the landowner. It can only be him. Where is he? It has to be him. Wait, but where's his motive? Oh, is it because he was good friends with the guy? Wait, am I right? This is your so-called culprit. Oh, I guess I'm wrong.
Oh, thank God.
Okay, I'm wrong. Oh, I was about to say, it better not be him.
How about the actual victim?
Okay. Is it the... She was in a coma, so that's impossible.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, why is... Is it him? But what's the meter man's reason? But if it can't be her, because what's her reason? I think it can only be this guy, because he knows about the gas, you know? And he knows about blowing into it.
Okay. Nope.
Am I wrong? Is it the wife then?
Definitely be the gas company lady.
But when did she have time to apply the poison? I guess this is wrong. So is it really the victim? So, did he really like smooth brain it and did it himself? No, that's wrong too. Whoa, what the heck?
It definitely could have been the victim.
No, that was wrong though. No, it can't be Viridian Green.
Him. That's what I meant.
Yeah, but he's already passed away. Why
I
would
know.
why would he be the true culprit?
I
It has to
don't
be Viridian Green then. Because like she got a letter and she know that her husband died from gas. It is her. Oh my god. Oh my god. She was about to kill herself in the hospital. Oh, you missed that part. When we went to go see her in the hospital, she had poison. A bottle of poison. I think she was about to kill. Oh my god. But wait, but they never met. That's the weird part. Okay.
I gotta dip out now, kid.
The name of the... Oh, okay, take it easy then. The name of the person who brought poison to William Pretensy's lips is Viridian Green. Viridian Green? I've heard that name. Isn't that a Pokemon? Viridian Green. The woman from 6 days ago. Oh my god. She was the victim on Beral Road stabbing. And the current defendant, Sasuke Natsume, was arrested as a suspect. Oh, I remember now. That Viridian Green. She remained unconscious for 5 days.
waking up only 2 days ago. I should have said this, but Mr. Petency was poisoned 3 days ago. A woman in a coma cannot commit a crime.
But I won't deny the night that the poisoning occurred, she was still in a coma. If you take everything at face value, the crime was impossible for her to commit. However, when I went to visit Viridian in her hospital room just yesterday, she had a vial of deadly poison in her hand.
What? She had poison?
There is yet another fact that connects Viridian to this case. Oh my god, the letter. They saw each other way before. The defense demands an opportunity to hear her testimony.
By the way, William Pretency.
Yes. What is it, Your Excellency?
Do you know who Freudian Green is?
What? Oh no, I've never heard such a less name in my life. Mr. Pretency does look puzzled. Perhaps he truly doesn't know Viridian's name.
As someone who represents the law of British Empire, I do not intend to go back on my word. Japanese boy, I expect you to deliver a fitting conclusion to your little play.
Yes, sir.
The prosecution would like to postpone a recess as such that we may summon this new witness. You mean Viridian Crane?
Indeed.
Indeed. The prosecution hopes to be given an hour to carry this out. Oh, very well. The court accepts the prosecution's proposal.
We did it.
The defense have made an unimaginable accusation, but at this point in time, the prosecution claims have not been overturned. As such, Sasuke Natsume, who remained on the trial's defendant, court is now adjourned for 1 hour.
Alright, to be continued. I'm gonna take a small break. I'm gonna take a little food break. Okay, alright. And we're back. Alright. Just had a quick taco before we finish this up. Alright, hopefully this should be the end. Ooh! February 23 February. 11:32 a.m. Old Bailey's defendant lobby.
Oh, jumping for joy!
Oh, hello, Satsuki. Yuseki?
Substitute law student Naruhodo. Legal assistant Mikotoba. Could it be? Have you finally cleared my name? I'm innocent, and so is my tea.
Whoa! Good morning, friends. Whoa.
Ah, the Sherlock Holmes. Why you drink my tea and slumber for all eternity?
Didn't he just say his tea was innocent? Mr. Holmes, we're so glad to see you.
Now, I know what you're going to say. Good morning. But it's almost midday. Am I right or am I right?
Neither. Your mind reading skills could use some work.
A shame. I just thought that maybe today might be the day. Today I must hurry to the courtroom and cheer on my friends. No more oversleeping. My burning passion for friendship is a thing of beauty, isn't it?
Yes, I absolutely agree.
And then I got to thinking, why do men so often so foolishly make the mistake of oversleeping? The answer is simple, Zavari. It is because man sleeps. Your thoughts? It's the most reasonable of reasoning, the most intelligent of insights.
Yes, I absolutely agree. I think.
Thus, I spent the entire night experimenting, not letting my eyelids shudder even once. Thanks to that, by dawn, it was so unbearably sleepy.
This man just said he stayed up all night because He thought we better stay up all night.
You need to sleep 8 hours of sleep a night. That was the major takeaway from this test.
Why would you do it now when you know?
Whatever.
Most of us already knew that though.
Even the most obvious facts must be rigorously tested. This is the nature of science.
Oh, and
And one more thing. Do you remember this?
it's September the 21st.
Do you remember?
That's the poison. That's the poison that Viridian was ready to drink at the hospital.
Could it be? This was nearly empty, so I had quite the rough time with this. But I am the Sherlock Holmes. So I can now reveal the context where indeed strychnine.
Yeah, she fucking did it. I thought so.
But it's going to take more than this to prove that she was responsible for the crime. I'll entrust this to you for now, but I recommend you avoid drinking it.
Shove this right up my ass. Pardon, have you got a minute? Oh.
Oh ho, why is it none other dear Inspector himself?
Goodbye.
Hey, wait.
Yeah, what is it? Well, you see, I didn't want to bother you a while you were having so much fun. It's clear who he's thinking is really the bother.
Well, good friend, do feel free to say whatever on your mind. Just pretend I am not here.
If I could do that, trust me, my life would be a hell of a lot easier.
Do you have the test results yet? How did the analysis of Mr. Pretency's flat go?
Shove it up my ass.
It's not quite done yet, but I do believe it will be much longer. I'm actually here to talk about a certain death row inmate. You mean this, right? This newspaper? This newspaper article from Mr. Pretency's room. I believe his name was Selden.
Oh, I do believe his name was Selden.
I had a look in his record down at the yard. As a result, I got a hold of some pretty interesting information.
Interesting information? I'm interested in that information.
I copied it all over from the official police records. Feel free to have a look at this. Thanks. Thank you. So what about this guy?
These documents.
Oh, I didn't even look at the documents. So, this is the infamous strychnine. There's still a drop at the bottom of this vial.
Don't drink it, Naruhodo. It's poisonous.
Fuck this. I won't drink it unless we lose the trial. Damn, dude. What you gonna do that?
Please, don't drink it, even if we lose.
Yeah, you shouldn't, dude.
Or rather, we're not going to lose.
Sato took me seriously. Bum. Suspect on 18 counts of robbery and 3 counts of murder died of an illness while incarcerated. His cellmate accompanied him to his final moment. The 1,000 piece of jewelry he sold has yet to be found. Before this morning, serial robber and murderer Selden was revealed to have died of his illness at strange ways. According to the prison, Selden had been suffering from a fever since late October when his cellmate called for help. The guards confirmed that he had stopped breathing before his execution. So what does this have to do with anything?
They include a copy of the article we found at Mr. Pretency's room. This is perfect opportunity to give to the court record a little tidy.
Okay, so he's just organizing it, but why would you give us such important documents? Well, you two are the ones who found this clue in the first place. It is just seemed proper thing to do as a fair inspector. I like how he's a good guy.
That's the Scotland Yard I know and admire.
Oh, well, would you look at that? Let that British charm shine, Inspector.
Do you call that charm? I just don't want to be indebted to an attorney, that's all.
Attorney, defendant. The trial will soon resume. Make your way back to the Grand Court at once.
once. Oh.
It's time for me to see myself out then. I'll be cheering you from the gallery. Don't worry, I'll try to stay awake for this one.
Alright. Thanks, I guess?
I'm so tired of seeing Mr. Mustachio cry all the time. Win this so he'll stop. Substitute law student Naruto.
Soseki, whoa.
The time has come. Oh, the time has come.
Starts like floating and shit. Like he starts talking in double speech. The time has come. Yeah, it is. Viridian Green and William Pretency, huh? The story that connects the three of you will finally conclude. Fights. So Seki won't truly be saved until every last thread of truth is laid bare. This is the final battle. Let's get it together, Ryusuke. February 12:30 p.m. Old Bailey, Crown Court. I hope those who's here in the live stream, I hope you enjoy listening to me play Ace Attorney as you have your own conversations. I really enjoy the company of you, Mark and Samu, as well as you, Kevin. I enjoy the company, as well as you, Tim. I don't know if you're still here or not, but yeah.
Oh, in the name of Her Majesty the Queen, we declare this court is now back in session. But before the recess, the defense made an astonishing claim.
It's Beidou, Samu.
According to him, the victim of this incident 6 days ago is the culprit of the current case.
This is so weird because it's like I don't know. I only got this because of her letter. An assertion so reckless that even one could almost call it wildly aggressive. Yet I have yet to decide to accord this Oriental amateur every courtesy. Thank you, but I feel like he was being a little bit discourteous in saying that.
Truly, with an action worth of one of our own country's finest prosecutors, Lord Van Zeeks, are the witnesses ready?
They have received their summons and are currently on standby in the waiting room.
Very well, bring in the witness.
I have her. I like her a lot. She scales off HP. Now, witness, state your names and occupation. William Pretency. At present, I am a victim. In other words, you're unemployed.
My name is Viridian Green. I'm an artist chick. Never mind. Not quite a chick, even if I'm just a coward who's not ready to give up painting.
In other words, you're unemployed.
Ouch.
Pretency.
Yes, Your Excellency. I am humbly at your service.
I'm afraid we can't just call you a victim anymore. There's a possibility that you were trying to take your neighbor's life, after all. During these proceedings, we plan to find the truth on the matter as well.
I am ever so grateful. Dude, let's get out of here.
As for you, Freddy Green,
Yes, me lord.
do you understand why you were summoned here today?
Why are you painting in the middle of a trial, you idiot?
Yes, I was told. Someone thinks I tried to poison this obnoxious gentleman to my left.
Do you have any objections, Miss Green?
I don't know a thing about any of it. I didn't poison anyone or anything.
Come, lady, die to live. I have never met this green round-toot lady in all my life. That's a lie! You was arguing with her in the hospital, you fucker, idiot!
Then let's continue this trial. We will now investigate to what extent this young lady was involved in the incident.
I do find this all strange. Why me, I wonder? I barely ever set foot in the East End. It was only passing through that neighborhood by mere coincidence 6 days ago. Ever since then, I've been fighting for my life in a hospital bed.
You found yourself the victim of an unfortunate accident on the pavement outside that flat.
She's a parry type. If I can finish this in time, I will play Genshin Impact on stream. I'll show you everything.
After being stabbed on the back, you spent 5 days in the hospital in a coma. My only connection
to that neighborhood was an incidental stabbing. So, why am I a suspect? How many times will I be suspected in the future?
If I were you, I'd be more worried about flying knives in the future.
Anyways, as far as I know, the only connection between you and the flat is the incidental stabbing. That's why we called you here to testify. We need you to tell us about what happened 6 days ago.
What? You want me to testify about 6 days ago? The day I was stabbed?
Yes, that's what I'm asking for. And of course, we can't forget about you, Mr. Pretensy. Oh, what? But I know nothing of what happened that night.
Well, sir, the court hereby orders you to testify. Reveal all that you know about the accidental stabbing on Bizarre Road.
We're really going back to this? Holy shit. 6 days ago.
At around 5 p.m., I was walking on a snowy pavement. I was stabbed out of nowhere. Actually, I was just passing the flat where this attempted murder took place. Wait. Oh, okay.
At that point in time, I was absent from my flat. I was enjoying supper at the pub.
It's my first time in that area. It was just some quick business is all. I was hospitalized for 5 days, so I know nothing of the current incident.
What are you drawing?
Yet, for crime to add to the list of those connections of so-called cursed flat. One can only call it a series of unfortunate events, like that book.
So, you claim that you weren't home at the time, witness. I knew nothing of this round-toot lady's fate until the next morning when I woke up. The loud police barging into the first floor flat made it easy to guess what had happened. That must have been when the Soseki was first arrested, yeah. I see no connection between these witnesses. He's right. If we take their words at face value, it's hard to find any sort of connection. But if we dig deep enough into the shadows, we're sure to find something. This is my one and only chance. It's time to whip out the truth.
Defense, continue cross-examination.
Yes, my lord. Okay, blah 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 blah. All right, hold on. I know well about what happened. My deepest condolences to you.
I'm quite amazed at just how long I was out for. The case was solved before I even woke up. I'm told that the culprit was arrested too.
That case is long over. You can forget all about it now. It was all a bad dream, meaningless now that you've awoken. I don't think that's a good way to put it.
I suppose you're right. Thank you for your concern.
But before I forget, I'd just like you to confirm one thing. What happened on that day? We need to know so that we can solve this mystery.
Sorry, but I'm afraid there's not much to it. I was just walking down the pavement.
Pave my ass. Ah, my fucking... So, why were you near Briar Road that day?
What?
What was the name of that art school you attend again?
Oh, you mean Thorndike Art Academy.
According to Mr. Holmes, the academy is on Brixton Street. It's about 10 stations away from Soseki's flat on the underground.
we've heard you live near Brixton Station as well. So, what compelled you to wander all the way down to the East End?
Well, that neighborhood is just so picturesque.
The witness is an artistic. City centers are not the only place to find inspiration.
You heard him. I just love creepy towns with a musty atmosphere.
I do believe sleepy towns with a rustic atmosphere is a much nicer way to say it.
The main thing to take away from this all is that she clearly is hiding something. Clearly.
Right, she's not willing to tell us her own violation.
She's trying to hide something while she's hanging around East End. Then I bet she's from the West Side. And she must have a good reason to do so. That will be the key to this whole mystery. By the way, Mr. Pretensy, what were you doing on that night 6 days ago? Were you sucking on a gas pipe? By all means, sucking on a gas pipe. So you were just not there. Okay, that's not a good enough reason. So you were at a pub? At the East End Paradise. The Pepper Pavilion. That's odd. Oh? What is it, Prosecutor Van Zeeks? Are you gonna tell me that you were there? The Pepper Pavilion and its neighboring establishment are all quite expensive. What would a man who can afford even a loaf of bread be doing there?
If I remember correctly, if I remember correctly, the menu's most popular item are the finest biscuit crumbs and water.
If he had gone to the shabby shant in the East End, he could have eaten the better. Watery soup and salad, yes, or was it soupy water and cabbage stems? They both sound just delicious. Well, you know, sometimes a man's thirst for a drink of water from a different pub. Her ultimate is a shield. And it does chain lightning with your basic attacks. I'll show you later, Samu. Wait, what makes the water different?
Perhaps he had a certain reason for changing venues that evening. There may have been something that compelled him to go to the Pepper Pavilion.
I guess you're right. He just happened to go to a different pub? There's gotta be something worth remembering. What could Mr. Pretensy unusual action meant for us? Do I have evidence that might tell us why he did that? I'll have to press him later. Unfortunately, I don't think I have anything like that at the moment.
If you find any clues, you should try pressing him again. Right? Got it.
Right, got it. Mr. Green. Miss Green, please return to your show tomorrow. Oops. Alright, hold up. So, tell us more about this business.
It's really nothing. I don't think that any point in me when mentioning it.
So, when we came to visit you at the hospital, you told us something juicy, huh? It's about that card you were holding. Viridian! Put that shit down back where it came from, or so help me. What was that? What's that? What's this? Did she just hide something behind her back? What's this? As I recall, it was something like this. I want to speak with you about Dukin Ross's death.
And what of it? I don't think Dukin has anything to do with the trial.
Whoa! Excuse me, Mr. Pretensy. To be or not to be? That is the question. Oh, do excuse me. I seem to have accidentally quoted Shakespeare. What? Yeah, whatever. Accidentally, my ass. Suck on a gas pipe. You seem to be deep in thought while Viridian was testifying. Did anything come to mind? Nothing Pretensy in particular.
You know the name Duken Ross, don't you? You two lived in the same building after all.
No, I'm afraid, we never really spoke to each other. I don't really know the first thing about him.
Bidoof. It's not Bidoof, it's Beidou. Even though he died in the flat right above you? I don't think so.
Oh, Miss Green,
Yes, me lord.
I want to know more about this card. Do you mind if I took a look?
Not at all, my lord. You can even toss it in the bin if you like.
For now, I think I'll just accept it as evidence.
There it is. There must be something connecting Viridian and Mr. Pretensy. Duken Ross must be the keys to this. I found the evidence. Read me the contents of the letter. This envelope was forcibly ripped open. I can't picture Viridian do something like this. Why, because she's a woman? Huh? What is it? The shape of the tear seems awfully familiar. Oh, I have an idea. What if it matches the torn envelope we found? Oh, hey, that's it. Let's try putting it together. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun, boom, dun-dun-dun-dun-dun, boom. 13 weeks, holy shit, girl. Mr. Pretensy, yes? Why did you go to the Pepper Pavlon 6 nights ago? Did you have a special reason? It's not your usual pub. Oh, how should I know? Prithee, tell me. Since you asked so kindly, why don't we take a look at this piece of evidence? This evidence tells us why you went to the Pepper Pavlon that day. Draw your attention to this card. Yeah, I noticed. I like all your Inktober stuff. I like the latest Ghost one you did.
Well, isn't that Miss Green's card?
That's right. Here is what the card says. I want to speak to you about Duken Ross's death. Please come to the Pepper Pavilion on Bar Road at 5 p.m. on the 17th of February. This information is very important to you. Please keep this between us. Mr. Pretensy, your actions on that day of the previous crime match up perfectly with these instructions. What? I can't imagine this could be a mere coincidence. What did you have to say to that, Mr. Pretensy? Excuse me, just a teensy moment. Yes, Viridian? You know, that card was addressed to me. This weirdo on my left has nothing to do with it. But then, what, you're saying this is all just a coincidence? If I may, me lord.
What is it?
There's something I like to make clear about that card. I understand.
Very well. Please add that information to your testimony. Tell us about this mysterious card.
Alright, be right back. I'm gonna do a quick pause. Hold on. I'm gonna do a quick pause. I'm gonna take a quick piss, and I'll be right back. By the way, Momo, I'm back, and Momo, thanks for chilling with me. I like when people here lurk, and while I play this, it's really nice. For people who's sticking around for the story too, I thank you, because it's very long, and you know, thanks for sticking with me is all I'm saying. It's been a long road, so I think from the first Ace Attorney, from this the first Daigaku to this one, I think there might have been like, I think this is like a 45-hour playthrough at this point. 7 hours of hell. That was like my Gyakuten game. Last time I streamed for 10 hours, Mark. That's crazy. Anyways, all right, back to the story. Sorry for like, well, you're good, Kevin. You don't need to talk. It's fine. I mean, if you guys are busy, it's fine. Especially you, Kevin, because I know you work while you watch. But lyric is love. Anyways, back to the story. This card was addressed to me. This weirdo next to me has nothing to do with it. Why is this torn envelope in his fucking room, idiot, stupid ass bitch? So, You're telling me that 7 days ago, this letter arrived at your home, okay? Your house, your home, and you followed the instructions to the letter and you met with an unfortunate fate, which is you get stabbed in the back, right? Right? Yeah, that's right. That voice really hurts. Yeah, that's right. It's really a sad story. I'm sure it would be, if it was true. What's that supposed to mean? Miss Green, have a look at this. It's a torn part of an envelope that was just like the one you just received. What? And that's not all. The shape fits perfectly with the way your envelope was torn. Oh my god, I got it. She sent him the envelope so he would leave the house. He ripped it, threw the piece on the floor. She went to his house, took the envelope back, and poisoned the gas thingy because he knew that's how he murdered her husband. That has to be. But why did he murder the husband? That's my question. Where did you find that? It was in Mr. Pretency's room. My room? So, tell me, Mr. Pretency, where'd you happen to recognize his letter? Did you happen to recognize his letter at all? Everything you did on the night of the crime matches this letter rather suspiciously. Please come to the Pepper Pavilion Bazaar Road at 5 p.m. You testified that you did. You just testified that. So, Mr. Pretency, I'm only going to ask you this one time. Do you not recognize his letter? Oh, he recognizes it all right. And you, Viridian, bitch. Why I do for you? As the scrap of envelope from Mr. Pretency room proves, this letter should have also been in his room. So, why do you have it in your possession? They're fucking! Oh, that would be wild, Kevin. Well, I certainly wouldn't know. I'm just a chick of an artist. More like a fucking murderer. I can only think of one reasonable answer. You broke into Mr. Pretency and stole it! Suspicious! Oi, mate, I mean, excuse me, miss. What right do you have to enter my room? Who do you think you are? Yeah, that's right. Who do you think you are? You stupid fucking bot! Get out of here! Yada!
Well, this is a surprise. It seems we have all demand further testimony from the two of you. Grr.
Oh yeah, I've caught them. They're done for. Viridian Green.
Yes.
One cannot help but sympathize with your plight, considering all you've been through. However, bearing false witness in the Crown Court is a crime, no matter the plight you face. Do not forget that. Uh-oh.
Yes, I'm aware. Whoa, now, witness, testify once more. Tell us about this contradictory letter.
The contradictory letter. Indeed, I came into possession of that letter about a week ago. I waited at the Pepper Pavilion for over a whole hour, yet the writer did not come with me. Then, that night that Japanese man visited me, the letter was spirited away. Is that the vampire accent you're doing for the guy? Yes, that is, Sleepy, that is. Thank you for coming by.
I don't know a thing about it. If I broke into this weirdo's flat, what do you suppose I did? Jacked off in his house? He's the bad guy here. I don't know anything about scraps of envelope.
I sound like one of your voice call friends or your VR call friends. That's funny. Wait, which voice? The round girl, the blonde dude, or the vampire? Which one?
So, you're saying that you received this letter, Mr. Pretency?
Verbally, Your Excellency, the vampire. Your friend talks like that? That's hot. I'm quite certain it was settling gently upon my genitals.
I mean my dining table, sir. But thinking back, it was no longer there when I returned from the Pepper Pavilion.
Oh, if it's true, miss, it would cast doubt upon your testimony.
I think it's a little mean of you to start calling me a liar just because of that.
Oh, I beg your pardon.
I've told you as much of the truth as an artist chick can tell, without a smidge of doubt. That letter was delivered to my house. Clearly, this scoundrel here is a liar. Oh shit, dude. He's Aussie, but have him mix it. But if that's the case, how do you explain this? I can assure you that we found the scrap of envelope in Mr. Pretense. You don't have to explain that to you. I don't explain that to you. Why not? I only test about the thing an artist chick would know. Explaining and proving things are up to the attorney chick, I say. I guess I'm a chick now?
It's plain to see that a cross-examination is necessary to bring out the truth.
Would you guys like a camera? I don't know if you guys would like a camera while I'm reading this. That would be interesting if you guys would like that.
Oh, are you prepared, defense?
Yes, my lord.
Very well, defense. You may begin your cross-examination.
Viridian's definitely broken to meet Mr. Pretense's flat. That must be when she took the letter.
Right, and those two facts lead us to a certain new possibility. And what's a frightening possibility, that is.
Ooh, frightening.
The contradictory letter. Indeed, I came into possession of that letter about a week ago. I waited at the Pepper Pavilion for over a whole hour, yet the writer did not come. And the night that Japanese man visited me, the letter was spirited away. I do not know a thing about it. If I broke this widow's flat, what do you suppose I did? He's the back here. I don't know anything about some scrap of an envelope. Alright, let's press these hoes. Please put the body slayer. Say hey. Ah, my back. So, did the contents of the letter mean anything to you? No, it was like some foreign language that my eyes have never beheld or seen. Even in my vastly literary knowledge, I was unable to decipher it. Wait, what the fuck does that mean? But Duken Ross used to live in the same building as you do. He might as well have been your neighbor. Surely you knew who he was. You knew about it. You knew about when he passed. Well, if I press to say whether one knew him or not. As for me, I would have to bite the bullet and confess that I did. Consequently, you made for the Pepper Pavilion at the specific time. I don't see that has anything to do with your vast literary knowledge. Yeah. What do you mean you couldn't read it? Even I, the peerless Pretensee, have but one weakness. My curiosity. So naturally, I decided to head for the Pepper Pavilion just in case I might be sated. But neither my hunger nor my curiosity could be quenched. Okay, so it's whatever. So you waited there for like a whole hour and nobody showed up? Yes, correct. Illiterate by choice. He's illiterate, that's a good way to put it. Yes, correct. That's how it would seem. You seem a little hesitant there. Oh, pardon. Just as soon as you asked the question, I suddenly realized something.
Oh, did someone come after all?
That night, at the Pepper Pavilion, I was in the midst of indulging in the finest of waters, relishing the crumbs of brittle biscuits. The thrill of my stay might have been entirely danced and pranced about. Dance and prance? Yes, it was a fly. Oh, but perchance that fly was an incarnation of Puck, the trickster fairy. I don't think Puck would like to be compared to a fly.
Even the fly could have found a better target to fixate on. Is it a crime for me to think so?
Wow, she just called him shit, dude. She called him worse than shit. Bruh. Susato here with the taunts.
So, around what time did you notice the letter had gone missing?
What time, indeed. I'm not such a petty pretensy that I would dwell on trifles.
It means that he did not realize it was missing.
So Seki then visit your room a few days after the date written on the letter.
So, that means the letter went missing somewhere in that time frame.
I suppose it must have. I do not think me to be a pretty pretensy, please.
But wasn't Miss Green in a coma during that time? In that case, she clearly would not have been able to break into the witness's flat.
Yeah, you're right, my lord. This is all just one big poo-poo mistake. Isn't that right, Mr. Prosecutor?
I don't trust you. But if that's the truth, then we are still left with the question of why you had that letter.
Huh?
I'm not here to defend you. I'm ready to reject anything that do not stand up to scrutiny. You do well to remember that.
Oh.
Prosecutor Van Zeeks. Oh, he's helping me. Oh, that's so hot.
Alright, you fucking liar. Alright, come on.
It's not a princess you found a week ago.
Oh, is that true?
But somehow, you got a hold of the letter.
The only way I can imagine that as being possible is that you broke into his flat.
And what would you propose as the witness reason for doing so?
Good question. To poison the gas lamp that he was sucking on.
Yes, it is rather dubious how the witness came into possession of the letter. But so long as you cannot prove its relevancy to the case at hand, it would be meaningless to pursue the matter.
She must have broken into the flat in order to get the letter. But what could her end goal have possibly been?
What if her real aim was something else? Like poisoning the gas lamp?
We have to hunt it down.
We're just one step away. I can feel a turnabout coming any minute.
Yeah, you sweating, bitch. You sweating now.
So sweet. Let the music take control.
So you're gonna keep trying to. Sorry.
So, you're gonna keep hiding the truth about this letter then, aren't you? Sometimes, an artist chick just wants to go to the back of her shell. Ah, this so-called chick aims to convince the world that I'm a scoundrel. I'm but an angel of pure white, reveling in the bird's song, dancing to the tunes of the wind.
And by the way, if anyone is lurking and listening, if something like peaks on my microphone, can you like tell me too? It helps me out to get some insta feedback. But what is this guy doing? He's like, he's playing Hangman.
But this rounded lady show no remorse for her detestable crimes.
I hate that guy. And I don't like this guy either.
You're not even an actor, chick. Your career ended before it began. Oof. Eck. No true artist can be understood before his passing. Oh time, oh history, why must thy onward march ever so slow?
Naruhodo, this is your chance to jump in. Surely this is what you were born for.
But yes, I think I was stupid. Alright, you take it easy, Samu. Maybe next time you can catch me playing some Genshin and we can talk about it some more. I'm no Shakespeare actor, Susato, and I'm definitely not jumping in between those two squabbling artists.
Then there's only one thing we can do. We must rely on decisive evidence. Okay, Viridian broke into Mr. Pretensy's flat. Then she spirited the letter away.
Right. I don't think I like where these two facts are going to lead us, though.
Why not?
I have a feeling this cross-examination is going to turn our whole understanding of this case on its head. Wait a minute. Don't tell me. Oh, it's the poison. Oh my god, that was that easy. You were holding this bottle yesterday. What's more,
there's still a little bit of medicine inside. The defense examined the bottle, or Mr. Holmes experimented on it, and we determined that the substance was, in fact, strychnine.
This is strychnine, you say? That's the same poison the victim ingested.
What? Now, the question is, why did you break into Mr. Pretensy's flat? I can only think of one reason. To slather poison on his gas pipes. Yeah, it's the funniest part. Okay, you know what's really funny, Sleepy? 2 years ago, we had an Ace Attorney reading of the first game with 5 friends. It was me, Diggy, Isaac, Sunny, and Banjo. And we had an extra. We had an extra that come in and out for the fifth person. And when we got to Von Karma, Isaac actually gave Von Karma a vampire voice. And that's the reason why I'm actually giving Vlad a vampire voice. Because I loved it so much. And I'm gonna give him a vampire voice too.
Poisoned?
You broke into my flat. Viridian, this may seem strange to you, but the clues all point to a single conclusion. The one who poisoned Pretensy was you, Viridian Green. No. Whew. We finally got the accusation in, but now we gotta prove it.
Order in the court. You mean to say she coated the victim's gas pipe with poison in an attempt on his life?
Yes, my lord. I can only think of no other explanation.
But if she laid a trap 6 full days ago, shouldn't this botched murder attempt have occurred sooner? Say, 6 days ago when the victim put his mouth on the gas pipe.
He has a point.
Perhaps not.
What?
That evening, there were numerous officers around the crime scene. All throughout the night, they visited residents in search of information and cooperation. A cautious criminal would have lain low, so as to avoid arousing suspicion.
Prosecutor Van Zeeks? The next morning was when that terrible incident occurred. Terrible incident? Oh! The arrest of Soseki, the tenant on the first floor. Oh my god, you're telling me the case from the first game actually affected this case? That's mad wild. See, okay, this game isn't as great unless you play both of them back to back. Yes, as the defense has proven, Mr. Pretensy's motive for blowing into the gas pipe is clear. He wanted to spread gas into Soseki's flat, thereby suffocating him. Since Soseki's arrest, his flat has been under constant surveillance. As such, Mr. Pretensy had no reason to blow in the pipe.
Because his target was behind the bars. With the pipe untouched by his lips, the poison lay dormant, waiting to claim a victim.
What had happened after that 3 days? But what happened after that 3 days ago? I know. That's when Soseki acquitted got into. That's when we got Soseki acquitted in this very crown court. Yeah, 3 days ago we saved him.
Oh yes. I declared Soseki Natsume not guilty for stabbing Viridian Green.
But after 2 long days, Soseki was finally able to return to his flat. But that night, his gas went out, and Mr. Pretensy clapped for being poisoned. It's all making sense.
Yeah.
Which means the poison was on the gas pipe for 4 whole days before it took effect. And that's why it weakened. Zows. Holy shit, dude. Bearing that in mind, we can see that this letter was just another part of the plan.
Plan, you say?
Please come to the Pepper Pavilion on Bazaar Road at 5 p.m. Please keep this between us. This letter was written with the goal in mind.
Indeed, it was meant to lure the recipient away from his home at the specific time.
Lure me away? Exactly. It was then that Viridian was able to break into your flat without fear. She knew you'd be out after all. Then Then that letter. Viridian wrote it. Later, she stole it back. And while she was at it, she coated the gas pipe in poison.
Order of the court. How do you respond, witness?
Is she gonna get away with this?
You, who in blazes are you, wench? Why the bloody hell would you do that to me?
Oh, I lost my accent. I lost my voice. Allow me to clarify Miss Green's motive. You all may recognize the name I'm about to say. You've heard it plenty of times before.
I know where this is leading.
Holy shit, we're on the same page. This is awesome.
Oh, for full defense, the court requires further indication. Who is this person that reveals his witness motive for attempted murder on the victim?
So, Sleepy, you came in a little late, so quick recap. This person, right here, she had a husband who used to live on the second floor where our current defendant lives in, so Seki Natsume. He lived on the second floor and he died from gas being leaked. He died from gas being leaked. And who lived under him? This man lived under him. And he's trying to kill Soseki the same way for some reason. Her husband died from him, and she wants to take revenge. That has to be the motive.
Duken Ross.
Before Soseki Natsume lived in that flat, there was another tenant before him, Duncan Ross.
As I thought I heard that name somewhere before. 1 month ago, in the case that shocked the Empire, the days of the cursed flat. Oh, I remember that. As I recall, there was a rumor of death by strangulation caused by the curse of a death row convict.
It was neither a curse nor an accident. Mr. Pretensy blew into his gas pipe, killing Dukin. It was murder. Gah! But why would he murder him? What about Pretensy's motive?
That's just how people are, isn't it? All about their curse and impossible death. They find something exciting and just drag it into light, exposing it all into the world. And when they have their fill, they forget all about it. All it takes is a single month.
Yeah, her husband died just a single month ago.
To Ken Ross? Then that means you're...
Miss Green was Dukin's fiancée.
Fiancée?
Mr. Pretensy, you may not have even known who she was. But she knew you well. She knew you as the most vile, despicable monster out there. You weren't just a murderer, but the murderer of her Romeo.
Oh!
And so, Viridian, for the sake of revenge, you coated his gas pipe with poison. Am I gonna do a double guilty on him?
What's going on here? Defense, you're indicting both a witness and a victim? For 2 separate crimes at that?
Holy shit, this is crazy! I suppose so, my lord.
Yiggy This boy in black ought to stop taking such deep breaths.
Damn, Momo, if you can make it here every night, we usually start around 9 p.m. Eastern time. If you can make it to these, I enjoy them a lot, and I want people to enjoy the story. And if you miss out, they're also on my YouTube. Just letting you fucking know.
He clearly inhaled some noxious gas, causing him to lose his mind.
What? Yeah, so you're not talking to anyone. You can listen to that, Momo.
First of all, why would this man murder another tenant in his building?
Yes, why would he?
He had no reason to.
We gotta find that motive.
Of course, you got that right, Raper. I, the purest Pretensy.
Damn, that sucks.
I, the purest Pretensy, refutes it to hell and back.
I'm really sorry, Mr. Attorney, but I'm not going to up and confess to murder either.
Are you kidding me?
Do pardon me for being so bold.
But I'm not gonna let myself get arrested all because of this man.
Hold on, you broke into me, but you broke into his flat. If you weren't there to plant the poison, then why were you?
I just wanted to investigate this scoundrel's flat.
Huh?
Yes, I'll admit, I suspect him. I thought I might be able to find some evidence. Evidence that would have that he had killed Duque. This man's jumping around.
How rude.
How villainous. How wholly unjust, you round wretch. I, the previous pretensee, always lock doors while I depart from my stage. Dipper-bladed and as flat as he is, the lock is worthless. Once upon a time, Duque taught me how to open any lock with some turbulent oil and wire. How brazen yet admittedly shrewd, this absolute nerve of this insane wretch. It's wench, sorry.
You'll be tried for your unlawful entry at a later date. In your search, did you find any evidence you were looking for?
I found my letter lying on the floor. I picked it up, thinking I might be able to take it home. But that's when I saw it. There was a secret cachie under the floorboard.
She took what was in the box! She took what was in the box!
Huh?
We happened to notice it too. Inside, there were a newspaper, a photograph, and an empty box.
Yes, that's it. When I found it, the box wasn't empty.
Ooh, what was in there? It's the jewelry that the other guy stole. What was in there? Something was in there?
Yes,
A key.
it was this cute little key.
Oh, shit. Why you? That's mine.
What on earth? Mr. Pretensee's face went out white as a sheet.
Hand it over right now.
It's mine. That's the key to my fortune. What was that, witness? I'd like to hear more. Did you say fortune? No, What's this about a fortune?
It looked too important to be stashed away like that, so I took it for myself. I don't know what it does, but it's only fair after what he stole from me. If this clown can't open one little box, then what's the harm?
Give it back, please. It's mine, you wench. Whoa, order. Witness, calm down. I'll beat your fucking ass with this gavel.
Mr. Pretensee tried to kill 2 residents of the flat. He attempted and he succeeded successfully in one attempt. His motive for doing so might just be the key to cracking this case wide open. At first glance, Mr. Pretensee's actions doesn't seem to add up. There's only one reasonable goal that it all stems from.
What goal?
Slight. All the evidence found, all the things I've seen, I think it's pointing me towards that one thing that connects these 2 cases.
Oh, the court demands your evidence, defense. What evidence reveals the one possible goal for Mr. Pretensee's perplexing actions?
No way. No way it has something to do with that gas meter. It has to do with this evidence, right? Suspect on 18 counts of robbery and 6 counts of murder. Death of illness while incarcerated, his stomach coming to his finest moments. But it's weird too. Selden had been suffering from a fever since late October. Is it really this Selden file? Ow, my toe. No way. Is it really this? I'm just gonna do a little save there.
This is an official police documentation, isn't it? Saladin's files. How did you get your hands on this?
Selden. First, the late Dukin Ross and then Sotseki Natsume. Both of them had one thing in common. They lived in the same flat of the same building.
Yes, indeed. But before that, Saladin lived there. He lived there until he was arrested by the Yard for several robberies. You You don't say. Incidentally, this death row inmate left behind one tremendous mystery. He stole jewelry worth 1,000 euros. Even now, its whereabouts remain unknown. Oh, I remember it now. It should have been written in that very file. Dragged 1,000, wait, is that euros, right? 1,000 euros to the grave. Once he was gone, so too was the jewelry.
A certain prisoner was looking after Selden in his final hours. Perhaps in his deathbed, Selden bequeathed something to that prisoner. Specifically, the key to his hidden cache and the treasure within. No way! Is he really the prison mate? Are we really just like highballing it right here without evidence?
Then is this the key?
Mr. Pretensy, it was you, wasn't it? You were watching over Selden in his final hours. Don't be absurd. This is an entirely unfounded claim.
The name of the inmate who stayed with him may not be written in the file, but if we ask the people at the gaol, we would quickly see just how unfounded it is.
Yeah.
But even if it's just that, why would he need to murder people living in that prisoner's old flat?
There's only one answer to that. Selden was hiding the treasure in his very own flat. So he was willing to kill people to get it vacant?
Really now?
Yes, if we consider it from that point of view, then we can better understand Mr. Pretensy's action after he got out of prison.
After Selden's death, this man was released from the gaol. Then he immediately moved to rent a flat at Gorobadab's home. However,
excuse me. My voice hurts a lot.
However, he was unable to rent the home he desired.
That flat had already had a tenant, Dukin Ross.
Using the building's shorty gas system, he killed his upstairs neighbor. Then he likely thought to seize the opportunity and request the landlord move him.
However, there was already a penny pinching man jumping at the opportunity to rent.
That must be the defendant, Satsuki Natsume.
You decided to use the exact same tactic against Suseki. All of this for one purpose. It was all so you can get your hands on the jewelry hidden in that very flat.
Fie!
Do we get him? Is this it? There's no way he can deny all this. There's no way he's gonna deny this, right? We got him. Looks like I'm gonna drop dead after they can execute me. The treasure is yours. Oh wait.
The treasure is yours. I don't want the police getting it. It's in my flat. I'll go find it. Here's the key. Live your life to the fullest. So, until we meet again, Pretensy.
My name's Selden. I never had a line in this game. Until now. Mine. Did he say something? It's mine. The treasure is mine. Oh shit. Whoa! Whoa! This man's crazy, dude! Pretensy? I'm not confessing to anything. Want to know why? You don't have any proof that I killed that guy. None at all. The victim, you see. Isn't that right, my dear audience? Holy shit. Without a confession, you can't lay a finger on me. At the very least, you don't have any grounds to arrest me yet. You see, I'm a victim. What do you say, everyone? Oh, he's basically confessing it. Just a little more time. I'm prepared to do what it takes to get out of that treasure. I can't give up now. There's no doubt anymore. This man must be our criminal. But I fear that with his bizarre tenacity, he may never confess even if we do corner him. Shit, how are we gonna get him? Apparently Naruhodo has an idea. I don't know. I don't fucking know. Oh? We
We have a way to hammer this last nail in this guy's coffin.
What?
All in pursuit of Zelda's legacy, he committed crime after crime. All we have to do is find the jewelry for ourselves. Unlikely. The flat was already investigated from top to bottom following Duke Ross's death. Considering they didn't find it before, the item must have been hidden ingeniously. Without decisive evidence, I'm afraid we cannot call for a verdict.
We're running out of time. If only we had a way to find Selden's legacy.
This time, we finally reached the end.
There may be something we can do. One way to locate the treasure hiding spot.
My lord. Oh, excuse me.
Yes, the prince.
The defense wished to make a proposal regarding the search of Selden's treasure. Oh, god dang it!
Excuse me.
At this very moment, we possess a lead that can help us discover its whereabouts. Ooh, sweating. That's right, sweat dance boy. This is our last hope. I might as well take the chance to use it. After all, we've already used this method once before. Wait, we did?
The court requests that the defense share its proposition. Present the method in which you intend to locate Selden Hidden's treasure.
What? I don't get it. Wait, what's the evidence? Oh. Duh. We're gonna do the scientific.
I remember this. They were the handprints left by Mr. Pretensy at the crime scene, yes?
That's right. The defendant discovered these while we undertook our own investigation.
We used a special scientific invention developed by the great detective Sherlock Holmes.
Great detective, you're quite the joker, my lady. As expected of a silly title to strike fear in the hearts of me, Pretensy. Of course it wouldn't, my dear Harlan Quinn. Oh, after all, that title is just a joke. Sherlock Holmes.
What are you doing here, great detective? Shouldn't you be frolicking in the rubbish dumps of London's back alley?
Good to see you too, dear Reaper. Oh yeah, they know each other. Is it just me, or have you gotten even paler since the last time I saw you?
Wow, this is spicy, dude.
Mr. Holmes, looks like he really does know the Grim Reaper.
Oh, Mr. Holmes, you know that all people of London do love and respect you as a great detective. However, you cannot just waltz into the Crown Court as and when you please.
A moment, if I may, my lord. It was Mr. Holmes' technology alone that gave us the opportunity to find a major clue.
What is this clue?
She's talking about my finger marks, my lord. My incredible product instantly shows what object a specific person has touched. And thanks to that, we know that this man dubious relationship with his gas pipe. I was not fucking my gas pipe. And by using an item someone has touched as a sample, we can recreate a reagent. In this case, we pulled your fingerprints from one of those teacups. Now, Master Naruhodo, sir, what do you recommend I use to get a sample of this time?
Thank you so much for your help, Mr. Holmes. When Selden was arrested, he was living in Soseki's current flat. What would be the best sample to lead us to inheritance of that hidden rune?
A person or evidence? What sample? Wait, what? But what person?
Is it really a person? In order to find the convict's inheritance, we need some kind of sample from him. There's a certain person who currently is holding the clue that will lead us to it.
You seem ready to grace us with a beautiful display of logic. Now, let me ask you, what is the name of the person who possessed Selden's sample?
Viridian,
You got it. Miss Green.
Oh, you mean me?
I'm interested in that key you got there.
Huh?
That key belongs to Selden. That means it should have his handprints on there, doesn't it?
Exactly.
Therefore, if we use that key as a sample to create a reagent, we'll be able to search each and every spot of the room that Selden touched. Gah.
Dear Pretensy, let me just swear to you on my title as a great detective, as long as the inheritance is hidden within that room, I'll have it in my hands in no more than 30 minutes.
Mr. Pretensy, we finally arrived at the truth. You'll never lay your hands on Selden's treasure.
Ugh, grr.
I see.
Mr. Holmes, nothing would make me happier than to offer you this key.
Hey, you! Give me that key or else. Parrish! Oh, what's up, dude? What's poppin', bro? I'm doing a recording and a stream, so excuse me if I don't read chat as much. Hey, we're at the tensest moment right now too, by the way.
Hey, you, give me that key or else. Don't snitch to that detective.
It's over for you, Pretensy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're at the very end, yeah. You left yourself with only one choice. Confess to your crimes.
Ugh. Oh, vanity. Oh, thy name is Pretensy. Oh, my nuts.
Whoa, it slowed down. So this one is it was never released in America, and it's a fan translation. Yeah, you just came at the end. You just came at the end of this chapter. We got him, dude. We got him. But what about Viridian?
I never meant to kill anyone. I just wanted to chase him out of his fleet. That's all.
So, all you could say, so you could break in and take Selden's treasure? When that poor young man died, did you not think to move to the room yourself?
Of course, I begged and I begged for it, but the landlord only refused.
I wonder why.
It's because I fell behind on rent, 3 months behind.
Oh, wow, I kind of feel worse for Mr. Grabadab here.
Before long, they began maintenance on the gas pipes, leaving me no chance to sneak in. And right after that, a Japanese man moved into the room.
Man is struggling, that's right.
That must have been Satseki.
It's been 5 days now. 5 days since that Japanese man was arrested for stabbing on Bizarre Road. I thought it was the perfect chance to make my move, but I was wrong.
The room was blockaded so the police could investigate day and night.
Thinking back on it now, Mr. Holmes spent an entire day reading books in that flat.
I never got the chance to enter his room, let alone search for it.
Then, the night Satseki was acquitted and returned to the flat, you tried blowing into the pipe once more. However, it was then that you fell for the trap that was laid just for you.
William Pretensy. To be or not to be? That is the question. Is that how it goes?
It is a line from Act 3, Scene 1 of William Shakespeare's Hamlet.
I got the answer for your question. People like you should not be.
Ooh, the fucking courtroom's like, ooh. Oh. Yes! We've done it!
We've done it! Ah, we've done it.
At first, I really believe it was just an unfortunate accident. Even now, I remember the day before he died so vividly. The gas in my flat is really
The gas in my flat is really shoddy. It bothers me to no end.
The gas? Why?
Last night, my gas stove suddenly went out while I was sleeping.
That doesn't sound good.
Maybe it's that convict's curse or whatever.
You can't stay in that flat any. You can't stay, please. I don't care how cheap it is. You need to get out of there.
All right. It's tough, but for you, darling, I can't find a better place to live.
We have a guest room. Why don't you stay with us tonight?
I'll be fine. We promised to graduate before I meet your parents, remember?
My voice really hurts doing that voice.
Wow, he died that night all because of gas. He farted so hard it blew his intestines out. If only I had known, I would have made him come home with me. Not a day goes by that I don't regret it. I can't even go to class anymore. I visit that house on Bizarre Road so many times. One day, I saw that hunched over Asian guy with a mustache. He was having a meal at Shabby Shanty. So I decided to sit down next to him. He was having some watery soup while arguing with the owner.
I tell you, my flat is cursed from top to bottom. All the rumors are true. It's the ghost of that death row convict. He nearly choked me to death. When I woke up, my gas stove has gone out, freezing the room. The room was brimming with gas. I was all alone, about to breathe my last breath. There's nothing wrong with the pipes. The only problem is you, weirdo. How rude they were.
What does it all mean? Dukin is already dead. So why does the curse still hang over that flat?
God damn, this hurts.
That's what I remembered. A long time ago, I happened to overheard some gasmen talking.
Talking about what? Could it be?
You all know about it by now, too. It's the gas company's methods of inspection.
If you blow with hot enough strength into the gas pipes, the flames in the building may go out.
Since then, a flame of doubt has burned in my heart. One that cannot be blown out.
I can't do this voice anymore. Was it
really an accident? After all, the thought first crossed my mind. There was no turning back. I brought this from the black market over in East End.
the black market?
I went there and heard the rumors. You really can buy anything over there. But when I bought this, my decision was already made. Was that an accident or was it murder? I had to find the truth for myself.
Your methods for finding the truth was simple, yet decisive. All you had to do was slather the poison on the mouth of the pipe and wait.
If Mr. Pretensy was innocent, then that would have been the end of it. But if he was guilty, the poison would attack your revenge. Oh, that's kind of smart, but also really dark.
William Pretensy. I wrote this letter after looking over the list of suspects.
That's her husband.
There's something I must tell you regarding to Dukin Ross's death. Please come to the Pepper Pavilion on Bar Road at 5 p.m. on the 17th of February. This information is very important to you. Please keep this between us. If he did the deed, then he would have been guaranteed to leave his flat. I was certain of it.
And the part that he did,
It was clear then which gas lamp was the culprit. All I had to do was coat it with the poison I had brought. I wanted to pray that I was delusional, that my evil trap would forever go unsprung. But I couldn't, because all I wanted was for my evil trap to find his mark.
Yeah, I mean, he killed her husband, so, like, I get it. I get it, bro. Wow. This is sad. This one's fucking sad. Why are all of these so fucking sad? Why are these cases so sad this game?
These have been an interesting 3 days. When you first stood at the defendant's stand, I thought your case was as simple as it could be.
My lord!
We were blind to the depths of darkness that you are so helpless engulfed in.
That is something I find even more baffling. Japanese boy. What is it, Lord Van Zeeks? The fact that it was you who was fated to accompany me into that darkness. I can't do his voice anymore. I lost my voice.
Oh, but now, I'd say we finally clawed our way out of the depths. Miss Green,
Yes, my lord.
the bailiff will soon restrain you, for you were to be arrested for the attempted murder of William Pretency,
I won't fight, my lord.
as you as well, Mr. Pretency, for the murder of Dukin Ross. You will be tried on suspicions of attempting to murder Satsuki Natsume.
Excuse me, Mr. Attorney.
Yes?
Yesterday at the hospital, you stopped me.
Of course. You had a bottle of poison in your hand, like you were going to end it all right there.
Honestly, I still don't understand what was going through my mind at the time. To be or not to be, that is the question. It really is a tough question.
Well, right now, I'm glad you choose to be.
What?
And I think that deep inside, you're glad that Mr. Pretency survived the poison. That's what I choose to believe in.
Aw, look at aw! Because I decided not to choose death, you were able to bring the truth to light. Thank you, Mr. Attorney.
Oh, Viridian.
Oh. That's sad. This is sad.
Defendant Natsume Sotseki.
Oh, yes, my lord.
You can declare with certainty that you are not guilty of any crime you've been accused of. Thus, member of the juries, the court requests the right to declare this man not guilty.
Of course. We have no objections.
I will now deliver the final verdict for the defendant, Sotseki Natsume, not guilty.
Bum, 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 bum. Wee! Celebration. Throw up the fireworks. There's a big ass courtroom. I want to see fireworks in a building. That sounds awesome.
And with that, the court is now adjourned.
Finally. God damn, my throat hurts. Guess I'm sucking on a pipe. Ooh. Can't believe I made this without getting tired, though.
Oh, it's true. I knew it. Reap what you saw.
Pipe sucking. That man blowing and sucking on gas pipes, man. I guess you can say this guy's a ass eater.
Whoa, you rip what you sow, Mr. Mustache. Your coat must be especially itchy now. But if you're so itchy, you could just lop off that bushy stash of yours.
No, you see, you got the wrong idea.
You reap what you sowed. It must mean God won't overlook evil for long.
Substitute lost to the Naruhodo. I can't believe it. You've done it again. You saved my life.
I'm just glad we can help you out, Sotseki. Congratulations. This time, you really are a free man.
My first meeting with the British literature through stories written on mere paper. Then, by some trick of fate, I arrived in that very land where the stories were born. But no matter how I tried, I could never come to love the city of brick and stone. I hold myself up in that flat, whittling away the days lost in old books.
Poor Sotseki.
But due to the events of this past week, you found yourself dragged out of your musky, dark flat.
Yes, it was that I was forced to experience a lifetime's worth of human trials and tribulations. And for the first time, I believe I finally penetrated the British fog and seen the Brits for who they truly are.
Oh, please, it's not as complex as that. No matter where you go, we're all alike on the inside.
You're right. I finally understand. Oh, my voice. I believe I also understand why I'm so fascinated about the British literature in the first place. All of humanity fights desperately to live on, with the same basic desire in our hearts.
Yeah, I'm starting to feel the same way.
And now, I finally made my decision.
He's like, fuck I'm gonna end my study abroad here. It's time to return home to the Empire of Japan. Wait, what?
But you've only just made your first friend in Britain.
Truly, I'm somewhat reluctant to depart, but I like to carry home the knowledge I gain and try my hand at writing. Something like a novel, perhaps. Oh shit. Both.
My goodness, you'll be creating your own literature, Sotseki?
Oh, please, perish the thought. It would be ridiculous to call my scribbles literature.
But that's exactly what you're planning, isn't it, Mr. Mustache?
I suppose so. The only thing I could be certain is that I want to write, that's all.
When you do, I would love to read it.
Yes, yeah. Well, that's all well and good anyways. Once again, you've won your client freedom. All against the Grim Reaper, no less.
Right. We did. Those who stand accused against him are beyond saving.
I do understand the desire to put an ocean between the two of you.
Even if that was the sole reason of Soseki's departure, nobody would think any less of him for it.
To call him a pussy.
Pussy. No, I swear, No, you see, you got it all wrong. You got the wrong idea. Objection!
It's already been 6 months. In that time, Soseki went home and reported on to those 2 trials. Having read the report, Professor Mikotoba paid him a visit. Immediately after, Susato was ordered to return to Japan, under the pretense her father had fallen ill. But that is false. Dun, 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 we found in the first episode. At this point, only one explanation comes into mind. It was the day after the trial, in Sotseki's flat, we finally uncovered Selden's treasure. Did we really? Oh yeah, this is the treasure. The next day.
I can't believe it. This is incredible. You hardly need a single day to find it.
I'm pretty sure he said he would only take half an hour, but whatever.
Well, what did I tell you? Finger marks are God sent at times like this. Don't you agree, good inspector?
Look at him happily chomping away at his fish and chips.
I can't do her voice.
I'm not sure happily is the correct word here.
Oh, forget him. There was a hidden cache built into the ceiling.
Oh, the ceiling. Come on, tell us. What treasure did you find?
Let us come face to face with Selden's legacy, friends.
It's like nudes. It's like nudes of like Japanese women.
What is this? Whoa! What is that? Whoa! There's blood on this! It looks like a collar! A collar? I've never seen a collar this big!
Wow, look at all the pretty jewels. This thing is definitely worth 1,000 arrows. Maybe I'll put it as my bow. What's this? There are some dark stains on the inside of the collar.
Hey, are you thinking what I'm thinking? Could this be blood? It's absolutely covered in it.
Maybe I won't put it as my belt.
Joking gone wrong? Oh no, Momo, don't say that. And look at this emblem. It seems to be some sort of emblem. It's a large bee with a small crown adorned on top of it. Oh, this makes me curious. An emblem?
Oh, it really is.
B stands for bullshit.
What was this emblem again? I could have swear I've seen it before.
That's enough, friends. Whoa, he got serious. Holy shit. B stands for little bitch. Huh? What's the problem? He looks like he's seen a ghost. Wait, the case of Baskerville. Come on, Inspector, take it away. This is extremely important evidence. Lock it up as securely as possible. Okay. Get your hands off that thing. Hand it over. Nobody gets hurt. Hurry up. Damn, dude, this gets me... I've never seen such a large dog collar before. It may have been adorned with gaudy jewels, but that wasn't all. The last sight of it will never fade from my memory. Those ominous stains. Dyeing the collar amber? The held a more sinister truth. Could it really have been blood? That was blood, dude.
Wow, what a weird case. But it's all over now.
You look happy, Iris.
Yep. I was wondering what I should do for this month's edition. But I think I'll write about this case. I bet it'd make a great story.
Oh, we just uncovered the next chapter of the Great Adventures of Sherlock Holmes?
The adventure of the pop balloon and the adventures of the Custache. I could send this in a duology. Yay! Oh, I just can't wait.
Iris, can I talk to you for a second?
Sure, Holmesies.
I'm sorry, but you just can't write about this specific case. I mean it.
Oh, why not? It'd be so good.
If you must, you can write the first one, but the second one is off limits. Do you understand me, Iris?
Yeah.
With that, Satseki's second case faded into obscurity. But now, I think I understand why Mr. Holmes forbid Iris from publishing that story. But it would still take some time for all the pieces to come together. 2 months after Sasato's letter, my story would begin anew. It all started with the murder during the height of the World's Fair. Holy shit, the next one's happening at the World's Fair? Oh my god! Oh, dude. Holy shit. I can't. This sucks. Is it in Japanese? Oh. So, there you go, guys. So, let me give you some backstory. My dumb ass did not know that this game was not fully translated. They only translated the first and second episode. And this game is completely related to part 1. I was told that they're almost done with the 3rd episode and that they plan to release episode 4 and 5 together. But this episode was released only a year ago. So that means they're going to take a long time translating, a very, very long time patching it and translating it. So, unfortunately, this is the final episode for Daigaku Saiban Naruhodo Ryusuke 2. And it makes me really sad because I'm so curious. So, in a big scheme of everything from happening to part 1, I will try to summarize it for the people who just got here. So, let's play some Ace Attorney music while we're speaking. That would be very nice. As the end of the stream, and a nice like catching up. So, when we talk about so in the very first episode. So Momo, are you here? Is anyone here listening? So let me gather my thoughts while I drink. Wow, I'm really hungry. So on the first case of the first game, Daigaku Saiban, Naruhodo Ryusuke Naruhodo was blamed for the murder of John H. Watson. I'm doing this all from my head, by the way. Don't want to do anymore, and no problem. I'm doing this all from my head as I remember this. So, Ryusuke Naruhodo, was blamed for the murder of John H. Watson. My friend Asugi was supposed to, my best friend Kazuma Asugi was supposed to defend me in court. However, he had a lot riding on him. So what happened is that under certain circumstances, I ended up defending myself in court as a prosecutor, or as a defense attorney, myself. The murder was a British woman named, I forgot her name, but it was a British woman. Let's just name her Joanne. Joanne actually murdered John H. Watson. And while we convicted her for the murder and we got her, she was supposed to be trialed in Shanghai. So we couldn't trial her in Japan because of extraterrestrial rights. So she got her sentence delayed until she went to Shanghai, which then the British Empire was going to trial her because they have extraterrestrial rights over there. Now, when we take a look at the second case, very sad, but what happened was Kazuma ends up dying. Very filler case, but he dies because of a Russian ballerina who snuck onto board, accidentally pushed him, and he hit his back of the neck on the side of a bed and died instantly. I was blamed for it because Asugi snuck me on board as a stowaway into his room, and I was blamed because it was a locked room murder. Sadly, we found out the truth, blah blah blah. Ballerina girl killed Asugi on accident. It was whole accident because she didn't want anyone to know she was coming in. And she got scared that he was going to tell the people that she was there. But in truth, he was actually going to tell me who was in the closet. So she ended up killing him and he dies. I then inherit Kazuma's will, his sword, and become a prosecutor so that I may stay in Britain. Now, the thing is, Asugi brought me to Britain for some reason. He said, no matter what happens, I must go to Britain and complete this mission. I must do everything to complete this mission, no matter what. There is something that Asugi needed to do. I don't know what it is. Third case comes in. We defend a man named Megudo. No one is willing to defend him in Britain. I just got here too, by the way. No one wants to defend Megudo. And a man named Lord Van Zeeks prosecutes him. He comes back. After 4 years of not being a prosecutor, Lord Van Zeek comes back into the courtroom to prosecute Megudal. Now, while I'm defending Megudal, a lot of things seem suspicious. There was tampering of evidence in the middle of the court. There was a tampering of evidence. And he seemed overly confident. But in the end, Prosecutor Lord Van Zeeks did not have enough evidence to prosecute Megudal. So he got away with a non-guilty verdict. So technically, I won my case. What was the fourth case? The fourth case after Megudal
was when I defended Sotseki Natsume for the attempted murder of Viridian Green, which is the woman you saw just now, the big round girl. She was actually in the very first game. Very interesting, okay? Now, her trial went out as simple as the body was moved. A police found the body, and he moved the body because he wanted to go on a date with his wife. That's how simple it is. The whole thing was an incident because Viridian Green was stabbed on the sidewalk where Satsuki Natsume was, and he was the only one there. The two witnesses lied because if the body was found on that side of the street, he would have to skip out on his only day of work after working 2 years straight. He would have to skip out his only day of work and not have his anniversary. So he decided to move the body so that it wouldn't be in his jurisdiction, so it wouldn't be his job to work with him. He did that for his wife. But at the end, we found out that the body was actually on the other side of the road, and we find out that the couple in the house, you know, the house that we just talked about right now with the gas leaking, at the very top is the landlord. He had a fight with his wife, and his wife threw a knife outside the window, and that knife landed on Viridian Green's back, being a complete accidental murder or attempted murder. So Satsuki was innocent, and the wife was charged, and that's how we got away with that, or that's how we won that case. The final case of the last game was about the pawn shop broker. The pawn shop broker is the one who died. We talked about pawn shop broker, and that there is a very specific, special disc that was important, very important disc. Now the thing about this disc was that it had government secret messages, and we find out that the culprit, the one who was blamed. Okay, now this gets a little confusing. On the case of Megudol, we had a witness named Gina Lestrade. Gina was a pickpocket, and she was a witness to Megudol in that case. However, during the 5th trial, we find out that Gina lied. Gina lied during the 2nd trial because Megudol threatened her. He threatened her, and so we found out that Megudol did indeed kill the man in that case. He killed Thrice Modar. Thrice Modar. He was a bricklayer. His name was Thrice Modar something. In the 5th case, Gina Lestrade is blamed for the murder of the pawn shop broker, and he, because she had the gun in her hand in a locked room. We find out, however, that there were 2 more people. That were 2 thieves who said they witnessed the murder, but in fact they were thieves. They shot Holmes. We later find out, there's even more. So before he even died, we had to deal with this man in a white suit named Egg Benedict. Egg Benedict was trying to grab Megudol's coat as well as the things inside there. But we found out that it didn't belong to him, obviously. He's trying to take it from Megudol. In the prospect of things, Egg Benedict wasn't his real name. And we found out that he had a deal with Megudol. In light of things, let's just say, he ended up killing the pawnbroker. And the whole reason is because he works with the government and the press at the same time. And we found out that this man has been leaking government information. And he was working with Megudol in leaking that government information. The reason why Thrice Modar was killed was because that was his dad. Thrice Modar was his dad, and Megudol killed him. And obviously Megudol dies later because he fucking dies like right after we get him a non-guilty verdict. But we find out that Egg Benedict, or whatever his fucking name is, he had a real name, made him attached to the other guy. He was trying to recover all the evidence of him selling government information, and we found that out. However, here's the craziest part. He, with his dad's a music box maker,
he hid the information in the form of music discs, of a music, not music disc, or is it a sound box. He hid the information in the form of a sound box, and not just one, but 2 discs, 2 separate discs. We played it in court, and this was a secret top mission for Scotland Yard, and that's how we got the evidence to do this. However, we find out in court that it's mumbo jumbo. It has nothing to do with top secret government information. So we were like, what the heck? What's going on? Sooner or later, we go see Susato off because she has to go back to Japan. And we find out that that in fact that it was not British Morse code, because it was Morse code that was on the music note, but in fact it was Japanese Morse code. So she translated for us, and on it had 4 names. It had John H. Watson, Kazuma, I think Kazuma Asugi, someone we don't know yet, and Megudol, I think, unless it had 4 names. 3 of it we knew, 1 of it we didn't. And that's where the mystery goes. Now there's a bunch of information I didn't say yet, such as there is a crystal festival, which is this one right here. In the 5th episode of last game, there is a bank located underneath this in a secret tunnel that Sherlock talked about. I haven't forgot about that. And then, as well, about that government secret information. And then let's see, what else do I remember? This is how much I love the Ace Attorney series. I remember this entire thing. I'm just trying to make it simple for like a recap for you guys. What other information am I missing? Megudol, Sotseki, flat, Megudol, Sotseki flat. The 5th one, Egg Benedict, selling information. Oh, so Iris. So here's the thing. There is a case story called The Hounds of Baskerville. That is an unpublished novel that Iris hasn't published. Holmes isn't letting her publish it because I think obviously Iris is a genius. She's an inventor. She's a genius. She's writing the stories. If she published it, her story writing might be very high-key deductions as well as presenting evidence because they're real stories from Sherlock's things. However, she doesn't know that her father died, John H. Watson. John H. Watson was a doctor from Britain who came to Japan under Mikotoba, which is Susato's dad. So that's another thing. Why is John H. Watson dead, and why did he go to Japan? And then when we go to this episode, the woman who killed John H. Watson died. She was murdered by a reporter. I forgot his motive, but yeah, he killed her. He killed that woman straight up. And Susato had to defend him, so she cross-dressed. And she said she was Naruhodo's cousin. That was really funny. And she got the guy away. It was kind of like an introduction first case, so I don't think it mattered too much, but she's fucking dead. So that's it. And now we went to this case right here where we learned about Sotseki getting trialed again. And obviously, I think this one was kind of like a filler case, but the only thing we can really take out from this is the fact that Selden is a thief who stole something. And that thing was a bloody collar with an emblem. I don't know what that emblem is. I don't. And that's what I'm super curious about. And we're left with that. And we're honestly going to be left here for maybe years and years. Honestly, if I can watch... I'm so tempted to actually just watch the game and do a reading of it because I want to play it, but like... it's just so much. Like... I gotta know, you know what I'm saying? I gotta know, but that's where we left off, guys. If you guys have the time, I say this is like 40 hours worth of watching. You don't have to watch this last part, but thank you if you watch them and stick around. In the end, this is all we're getting, so I really hope that we can continue this series really soon. But in the meantime, guys, we are starting back from the very first Ace Attorney I love the series to death, and I hope you guys either watch it on YouTube for VODs or you guys come in the live stream because I will interact with chat as well as while I do this. It's super fun. I love this game, and I wish everyone would know about it more. So, with that further ado, that's the end of today's recording, and that is the end of this series. I hope we can pick this up again soon, guys, and I'll see you in the old Ace Attorney. Peace.